Oh, hello. What an entrance. That wasn't an entrance. Why is the screen share on? Here. Who's number two? Oh, yeah. Number two. And number three. Let's go.
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing?
Great. You?
Uh-oh. Is that feedback? Who's that feedback? Me? Nope, not me. Somebody else had feedback.
How do I sound? Am I good?
Good.
Am I good?
Good. No feedback. All right, cool. We're good. Let's get weird. You guys ready?
I'm feeling it.
I'm feeling it too.
Weird
I am
Wednesday.
So we'll go through the chat really quick. How's everyone doing tonight? Good, good. Good evening. Look at that. Boom. It's dinner. I'm at dinner right now. I was just eating. I was just eating in the green room.
It was great filet mignon tonight. Appreciate it.
It is. It is. You break code. Look at that.
Grass
All
fed.
right. No. Yeah. All right. Let's start this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I have a hair right there. Yeah, did you even hear that? I heard it.
It was noisy.
It was Anne's hair. All right. All right, here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 92 of the Hangout. My name is Paige, and we are here to give you positive insight in the world, collecting a very chill and relaxed atmosphere. Appreciate everyone showing up tonight. Thank you. My three. Oh, you got to take that down. Remember? See, his face is being covered right now.
Oh man, he's the pretty boy too.
He is. I know. Great hair and everything. That's why you got to take it down. Oh, look at this one. Bam. Bam. I think it was this one. This is the one that does it right here. Boom. Look at that. All three of us. Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that. Reward point gang in the building. What'd you guys think of that? This reward points thing. We could start off with that.
I used reward points, my last batch of reward points on the turtle release. So
How much,
that was nice.
How much did you have?
I think I had like 100 off approximately. So because I spent a bunch before that. I got snake eyes for shipping before that. So, and I can't remember what I did before that.
I saw a guy in the group. He got, I guess I can kind of like narrow it down. I think he spent like $26 and it was because of shipping, but he pretty much got it for free. I was like, holy crap, look at that.
That's awesome.
Shout out to Ari on that one. Yeah. So how's everyone doing? Good? Good?
Great.
I don't know. Enthusiasm? Come on. I'm drinking Coke. Come on, guys. What was a good highlight for you guys this week?
I would say The Last of Us.
Oh, yeah, man. CC, have you seen that yet?
I watched episode 1 and I loved it.
Oh, God, man.
I loved it.
That zombie shtick, it gets beat to death. And I was going into it. I'm sitting there thinking, I don't know about this, but it's got Pedro Pascal. And I'm like watching it. And as soon as I got through like the first 10 minutes, no spoilers or anything like that, I was like, wow, this is good. And then they left on that cliffhanger at the end. And I'm like, oh, God. And I text a friend of mine. And I was asking him, I said, when's the next episode? Because I didn't really keep up with it. And he was like, I think it's Sunday, right?
Yeah, I believe every Sunday at 9 or something like that, I believe is the release date.
Yeah. So I was like hooked.
Have you played the game?
No. I heard they were giving... Huh?
You're flying blind in this then.
Yeah, that's what... Well, I wanted to do the game, but that's the whole thing. I was like, if I do the game, it's going to like kill some of it. Let me just watch the show. And then I think PlayStation Premium members, because this is like coincided with that, they were giving it for free, like a trial. So
put that seatbelt on. If it's anything like the game,
is it good?
I really enjoyed the game. Cory, you played it, right?
I thought the game was fantastic. I thought PlayStation's got a few other games I think would translate really well. I'm looking forward to that. Aren't they doing God of War too?
Yes.
I think God of War sets up perfectly for another series as well.
Oh man,
the game is one of those, like, to me, like a true 10, rare one. Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. You know, just like one of those games that just so much resonates with you from the story and the gameplay. It's fantastic.
I heard they were trying to get Batista to play Kratos, like, and the voiceover guy. Yeah, the voiceover guy said no. So you didn't like it?
That voiceover guy for Kratos, he's jacked. Have you ever seen him?
The last time I played that game, it was the guy from what was that show? Living Single. It was the smooth black dude.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He was the voice, and I haven't kept up with it since. So
he was on Battlestar, not Battlestar Galactica. He was on some sci-fi show as well. He portrayed more of an androgynous figure to like try to push that, like push all the boundaries. Like he did a lot of writing for his own stuff. He was really good.
It's like kind of like Gold Dust. Yeah, I need to play that game. I heard it was really good. I have a PS5. I think I've turned on 4 times. Yeah, how many times we talked about it? I was like,
I think you told me every time you've turned it on. Like, hey, send me a picture. I think it's the same picture personally, but
yeah, man. Like, I think the first time I turned it on was to, of course, turn it on. Second time was to update it. The third time was to put Netflix and all the other junk on there. And then the fourth time was I forgot. Oh, I bought a disc and I was like, let me watch this movie. And I put it in, and then I said
$500 DVD player.
I did. It's not even that. I didn't even play the movie. I was like,
you needed a disc holder, so you slid it in the slot. And
yeah. Hey. So good to see everybody. I'm glad to see everybody's happy, doing well. Got some great topics tonight. Oh, CC, what was yours? Highlight of the week.
Certainly that was one of them right up there. Man, I keep watching my FedEx app waiting for Eddie. It's like it's not a highlight yet, but man, oh man, the FedEx app, and it's working and it's not working, and the anticipation of that one is killing me. We're seeing some early photos from the folks out on the West Coast. Now I know how they feel when anything comes out of the East. We need kind of a Midwest distribution. Can we get rid of the coast and just get something in the middle? Give everybody a fair shot.
Yeah, that would be cool, wouldn't it? Like if they just synchronized it when they had, everybody was getting it at the same time.
Yeah.
West Coast, East Coast, and then, everybody could flood the pages with like pictures and stuff like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Mandalorian trailer too? By the way?
Yeah.
It was another good episode. Good thing. March 1st for the release date. I thought we had a few more months before that was coming.
Well, they got to push out the toys, right?
That's right. Got to get you that new pram.
I just got a new the other day.
Yeah, they're gonna. Somebody made a joke about it. They were like gonna have all these like I saw something. It was like is it there's an Asian girl, I guess, that works on the team. Is that correct or no?
For Star Wars?
The picture I saw was a picture of an Asian girl with a shirt on. And somebody was making a face or something like that and said something like, oh, Dave Filoni, you know how to get me wet or something like that. It said all these repaints, and right below it, there was a picture of the cast. And they just had, it's just the Mandalorian figures, but they're all repaints.
Yeah.
And so that was like the joke about it. But I was like, who is this? Like, does she work with them? And so it shows how much I know about the Black Series one. I was like, I only know some of those guys. So yeah, Buggy. We'll get into some of that stuff though. The FedEx stuff, and I got this stuff I wanted to share with you guys. Wanted to do something a little bit different today to kind of keep some of the surprise element. You guys ready to get weird?
Yeah.
Because that's the name of the show. Well, no, it's not. That's the tagline. It is. Oh, there we go. It is working. And then your face is covered. They need a better layout. They really do. Or you could just do this stuff, right?
It's
still learning. There we go. We'll do this and then we'll do some comments here in a second. So, all right. So burning through this really quick. You like the new set? I spent a lot of money this week on the set.
Man, what kind of construction you got going on there?
It's the budget. It allows me to do the things that I want to do. I want to put you and everybody else that comes in here. I want to make sure everybody's comfortable. You know what this is from? Alien set. I guess I don't know.
I was gonna say, is that Prometheus? Is that actually Prometheus, or is it just Alien?
I think so. I think it's the Prometheus set. I typed in Alien and it just came up. So I was like, Oh, that was another thing I told myself I would do. Take this down. Boom. Look at that. All right. So push it through. Make sure you follow my friends. Good guys. And Rumble 112 Photos has definitely been putting up a bunch of photos. Lots of photos. So top cons. Got news and notes. Payment processing. Beat that dead horse. ToyzFair. I know we went over this maybe just a little bit, but I figured there's a couple of things I saw that maybe we could talk about. Modern Figs. I added a Z because it gives it street credit. And then Alien Autopsy. So, which one would you guys like? News and notes for 100, please. There we go. So, first order of business. The Doc Knock Static 6 statue. I had pictures, so I'll let you guys do some talking on this and you can just tell me what you think. Oh, well, real quick. So this one up today, it's going to be $225. NRD for this was $22.50. We saw this, I think it was at San Diego Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go over that part of it too, but this is not a figure. This is a statue that has interchangeable pieces. Some of the product description, but that went up for pre-order today. I think it's still available right now. And go.
Doc got swole.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Healing it up.
Yeah.
He's jacked. I think I hope we get a version like that, honestly. Like another piece of Doc Knock.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you guys. I was going to ask you, I don't know where this is in the story arc or if there is a story arc with this, but would this be something that you guys would, triple dip on? Since we got the regular, we got the red version, we got this version now. I think he's beefier.
Yes.
CC.
Well, when I see this statue, the first thing that came to my mind is I want an Eldritch Titan for my 112 figure.
Yeah.
Did you guys buy or no?
I'm not a statue collector, so I did not.
I too have avoided the statue bug. I'm glad. It looks really good, and it seems to be. I'm not an expert or anything, but the sideshow statues in this similar size, these seem to be a little bit less, unless I'm mistaken. But the sideshow statues that I've looked at, that I've been tempted by, were significantly more. But that could be just my taste.
Yeah, I was getting the show ready, and a guy got on, and he said he bought it, and then he showed me one of his Thor, I guess, sideshow, and I was like, "Wow, this looks great."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Thor, and then I was going over some of this today, and I was looking at it, and I go, "Wow, this is a." I'm not a statue guy. I'm not, but I'm a mark, so I bought this. I got the other ones too as well. the Conan one, I got really lucky. A collector friend hooked me up. Elvira, that has some personal history. My dad, he used to love that show. I never got it when I was a kid. I was like, why does he keep watching this half naked lady talk
2
about
reasons.
stories? I was a kid. Eventually, I did learn. But yeah, so that one, and then just to kind of complete the whole thing, I did do the Red Pyramid thing. So,
Question:
Are these numbered?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Are the statues? Do they come numbered?
I think so. I'm really bad. I took my Conan out just to check it, and then I put it back in. So I can't confirm if it is or not, but that would be really cool if it was. You know the Sin City 5 points? You know those figures? They came with these posters, really cool posters, and they're all numbered. So I thought that was really cool.
The numbering seems to be a pretty key aspect to those that collect those sideshow statues. The lower number ones are more desirable, it would seem, which, I don't know why it's such a big deal to have number, 15 out of 500 or whatever, why that would really matter. But I feel like everybody wants the lower number ones.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the, what is it? I'm on the fence about getting this Frank Frazetta book. Teshin came out with this book, and it has all of his artwork, all of it put in there. And I'm really on the fence about getting it. And those are numbered. There's a bunch of there's a collector's edition that's $600, and then there's another edition that's $200. And because everything is coming out, I was like, I'll just do the 200. I'd really like to do the 6. Maybe if I did put my savings, because it's a collector's item. They only made like 1,000 of them. And so I've been back and forth on it, but all of those books are numbered. And I've already seen people scooping up the lower number ones. Oh, I got, I want the number 1, 2, 3, or 5. And I didn't know it was a thing, but I thought as long as you were in that club, but I guess if you're not top 5, you're nobody. So
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Is there the cape is soft goods? Are there other soft goods on the statue that you're aware of?
Well, that was one thing I was going to show you guys. So this is a side by side. This is what we're showing this CC, and then this is what we got today. And so I saw a couple of things. Obviously, you have the cape, the lining. If you look at it, it's red on this one, black. Also, if you look at the skull, it's attached to the cape. Here, it looked like it was just attached there.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, you got the tendrils, whatever you want to call it.
That's an Eldritch Titan.
Eldritch Titan. Thank you for the correction, sir. I owe you $112.
Yes. I'll be there to collect, too.
CC handles all my finances, so that would be MC has it. But see, that was missing from there. Look at that. I can't tell if that's still on there or not, but wow, look at that. Like all the
ruins.
Yeah. I know we're looking at the prototype, but like
some pretty good flocking there. I know a fellow flocker. He's a really good flocker.
Yeah, that flocker. This looks like it has a lot of texture, a lot of stuff on it, and I like the I'll go back with the communicator, but those are the couple things that I saw on this one. There was a couple other things I was like, let's just let everybody else figure it out. But I thought this goes to show you also that when they have these things at these shows, those are prototypes. I saw somebody mention the other day about there was a comic that had Death Adder in it, and he didn't have the gauntlets. And somebody was like, yeah, I know they were joking about it, but it was like he's missing his gauntlets. It's like, come on, Mezco. And like, I was like, these things right here, this is the reason why they put that stuff out, prototypes, and that's not the final, and that's why they put those placards on there, because that's not the final version. You might get something better. I personally think both of these look really good, but I like this one. But yeah, some of the stuff that you see in these, ads or comics, or even shown at some of these conventions that have pending license or approval, those are prototypes. So you gotta Wait until you get the final version in hand. Boom. Look at that. I thought that was cool, man.
Hey, a holster that works.
Yeah.
It ain't figure arts.
I like the gemstone too, like that little emerald or whatever.
Yeah, like this
Or maybe it's a
transponder, like you can see it. No, it's like a transponder. You can see like
Yeah, that's it, transponder.
It looks good, man. And it's got like all sorts of stuff in there. I didn't get a chance to deep dive like I wanted to. Oh, let's take that down. But it looks really good, man. I know when Conan came out, I had high hopes. I thought that when Conan came out originally, they were doing free shipping. And I thought for sure that maybe that was going to be something they would do with this, but you got to pay for shipping. I think shipping to me, what did they say it was? Oh, that was something else. But they didn't even have it listed yet. So I'm hoping that they'll do free shipping, but I doubt it.
They're waiting to see what the fuel surcharge is by that point.
Man, prices are going up on everything, bro. Yeah. Everything.
As long as they don't start making them out of eggs, we'll be okay.
Jeez. Yeah. I remember we were talking about that too. Like, that it was expensive. Like eggs. I remember, what was it? Yeah, I said that 30 count of eggs that I bought, it used to be like 3 something. And then it went up to 7. And I'm like, I'm paying for that. And then it went to 12. And then it went to, was it 14 or $15 now?
50 cents an egg.
Yeah.
It's like hospital cafeteria prices.
Mm-hmm. So pass, me got one. And I know we already talked about it, but if they did this in a 112 version, a beef version, would you guys be good with that? Because it's a triple dip.
Please. So. Mez, hear us. Mez, hear my prayer.
I'm sure he will. I know a lot of people were kind of like, Another person. Yeah, Boba said, "Hey, Boba, how you doing, man?"
Hey, Boba. Oh, yeah. Boba.
So, yeah, I know a lot of people were kind of like, they looked at this and they go, yeah, this looks like it's more of like a preview window kind of thing. Like, oh, you can, maybe this is something that they'll go and possibly do. I don't know. Maybe this is something we'll see at ToyzFair. That would be cool. Because that's a nice little tie-in. They show this and then maybe they do something. Maybe there was some freak experiment and now he's swole or something like that. He had his, I don't know what it, maybe he's like a fear-infused big beefy version or something. I don't know. It would be cool.
They teased a little 5 points of Doc Knock at, was it RumbleCon or with the
with his little waiter.
Yeah, the little frog dude.
Yeah,
he wasn't jacked like that.
Yeah. Oh man, you know, bro. Yeah. So I think that's I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big statue guy, but I got Conan, and when I did take it out and look at it, I thought it was pretty impressive. This was something that kind of got into me. I was like, oh yeah, this looks cool. I get into this. So next time.
The vault.
Yeah, exactly. I'll put them right outside, and then Oscar will probably, or Fauna will eat one of those things. Don't pay attention to the news and notes up top. I got a little bit excited, but we're actually on FedEx stuff right now. So that's what we're on right now. Yeah. I messed up. I was trying to do something a little bit different, but obviously that didn't work. So I saw that this was kind of like a hot topic in the, in the groups, was that the FedEx app, if you haven't done it already, I'm pretty sure you guys did, right? Go ahead and update your FedEx app, because I guess they're doing some kind of new beta version. And so some of that might be attributing to your tracking and everything. I've seen a couple people say that Eddie, they've been getting tracking for Eddie. I don't know if that was through the email or if that was through the app, but people are starting to, I guess, catch up with some of their FedEx stuff. Do you guys still have stuff lost in translation?
I don't have my Victorian Vigilante set yet.
Yeah.
I don't know when. It'll get here.
And CC, you have like, what was it, like 10 Eddies coming, right?
Yeah. I was just glad to see that my FedEx app is back and functioning. Because because the last 2 days I wasn't getting anything and couldn't get it to go over at all. But now it seemed to be functioning, and my package appears to be on the way. Even though I'm kind of hoping that the tracking is wrong and it just kind of shows up like it did for some folks in California. It'd be a nice, pleasant surprise.
What day are you due to get, Eddie?
Says Monday.
Okay.
Says Monday, but hey, I'll take Friday. I'll take Saturday.
Yeah.
I took the Sunday delivery.
Mine's Tuesday, allegedly. So.
Yeah, I have mine's pending. Both of mine are pending. And one thing that I did see is that they sent out an email. Like there's a couple of people that asked, and they said that their factory, not the factory, but the warehouse is kind of like backed up right now.
Yeah.
And so I when I heard that, I was thinking to myself, well, they got ToyzFair coming up, and they said that they're backed up. And so I said, is that the influx of all the stuff that they're going to be getting for ToyzFair? And if we'll talk about it a little bit later, but if they get that stuff, is that stuff that they're trying to plan to ship out? Or, not to try to push the panic button, is that the stuff that they're getting that's projected for this quarter, and they're just trying to organize everything, and we're going to get this another like big rush before ToyzFair? I mean, there's just, because when they said, well, they said they're busy. They said they're backed up.
Yeah. And
they've been shipping out a lot of stuff. And I'm not trying to say anything, but I mean, the thing we have right now, right, is Eddie, and then that Victorian Vigilante pack. Those
Bishop
are like
soon, right?
Yeah, I think, and Conan. Conan was supposed to be chartered. Yeah, sometime.
Did they announce the and then another round of sod cutters coming?
I'm wondering if that's coming later. I'm wondering if that's a second order.
It said when we ordered it, it'd be 4 to 6 weeks, and I just got billed for it.
Oh, you did? Oh, nice.
Yes.
I didn't really even pay attention, to be honest.
Email that I got a processing error, and then I watched the Toy Paige video, or the was it a breakdown or was it a grub report? I don't know.
Tips and tricks.
Tips and tricks. That's it. Mezco tips and tricks.
Yeah.
I fixed the shipping or the payment, and
yeah, a lot of people. I saw a couple of people say they had some trouble with that. There was a little glitch with that too. I was going to talk to you guys about that. Yeah, that's I would highly recommend, no matter what you choose to do, you update all that stuff before ToyzFair. We'll get into that in a little bit too. But they said that they received, and but a lot of people with FedEx, I've seen Eddie's have just been coming, and they've just been dropping them off the door. I don't know if people had to sign for them or anything, but definitely keep an eye out. I know people don't want to miss out on certain things, and it's almost like the payment thing. FedEx will come and they'll go ding dong and they'll leave. So you don't want to miss out on your package and have it sent back to them. And it sucks because you don't have any way of getting notified. Do you know what I mean? And
right.
So make sure you kind of keep your eyes on it. But they sent out an email for that. I know that they've been sending out some email tracking and everything. This is something that caught my eye. Let me see. Go through some of this chat. I think everyone pre-ordered the pack in correct labels. Yeah. Yeah, love of the game, definitely. I think people did get that. They got tracking initially, and then I heard people getting double tracking, saying that those are the corrected numbers. And then this new batch of numbers that are going out, that's what you should be paying attention to. So you guys haven't got yours, right?
No.
Not yet.
And CC, you're waiting for one of us to gift you one. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I got a Mezco assembly replacement package. Should ship soon. Yeah. So this is a good little segue. Thank you. So there was an email that went out, and like I said, people were updating that. I think with the bodies, there's a bunch of them that are they're damaged or something. And so people have been putting their replacements in, and Mezco has been emailing people and saying, yeah, we are backed up, but those things will get mailed out to you in 4 weeks. Now, this caught my eye, and I'm not focusing on who it is, and that's the reason why I took off the name and I took off the other stuff. I'm focusing more on the message here, and this kind of goes back into what we were talking about before, or last week. And this is, let's take you down, minis. And this is what I saw. It said, So this person, they got an email response. And this is the person's comment. Now, what was it, like a week ago that we did that show about customer service and communication and everything? And the only reason why I'm pulling this up is to kind of show one of the very many things that I saw from this stuff. And it was like they responded quickly with an excuse, not an answer. Yeah. So this is the example of what I'm talking about with communication. And this is why I was trying to have that conversation with everybody about it, saying it's not the communication. This is just one of the things that I saw. There was like, I think I counted, when I stopped counting, there was like 5 posts about this. And I can't tell you how many comments. And I get it. Like I said before, nobody's saying that they shouldn't communicate, and not trying to beat a dead horse on this and say that nobody's, you're not right for getting, complaining or voicing your opinion about a broken figure. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the communication aspect of it. And this is what, like I said, one of the many, many things that just kind of like solidified that point that I'm trying to make. It doesn't matter if they communicate, because like I said, they responded quickly with an excuse, not an answer.
It's the answer they didn't want, so it becomes an excuse.
Yeah. And that's why I'm trying to point some of this stuff out, because it's confusing. It's confusing for anybody to look at this and say, yeah, if we communicate, this is the kind of stuff that we're going to get. And like I said, before anybody jumps in on it, taking out the fact that you have a broken figure, take that off the table. I'm talking strictly about the communication part. Break it down very simply. I want more communication. You give communication, this is the response you get.
Yeah.
So I get it. Take the emotional part out of it. Sometimes it's hard for some people, but take that part out of it, and this is the kind of result you get. That's what I was saying last week. If your focus is on the fact that it's a delay or something like that, I get that. Complain about that, but don't say I want more communication, and then this is what you get. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, I think you said it best before when you said no matter why there's a delay or something, it doesn't matter what excuse they're going to give you. It's never going to be enough, and it's going to upset you, and you're going to want more. It's not going to change it.
Yeah. Yes. Cece's a level head. What about this?
Yeah. I'm always a reasonable guy. I try to be. I think we all kind of fall in the same place here when it comes to that, And I'm the type of guy. I'm not a big on, expecting a lot of communication or whatever. I'm probably just about like everybody else, where I'd rather just have the figure. Like, I don't need to really hear anything about it. Just, have the figure. But what I will say is I've yet to reach out to Mezco and, in my opinion, receive an unsatisfactory response. Like, there's been issues where I reached out to them. The most recent was when I had a package that was delivered incorrectly. And, they responded within 48 hours, So I personally was impressed, and I can't remember which. That wasn't very long ago. So maybe a year ago. So we're talking about during COVID, when things were kind of at their worst. And I sent a very polite email, and I got a response back within 48 hours. And we got the issue resolved. So yeah, I personally can't really complain about Mezco's customer service.
Did they send it to the wrong place, or?
It wasn't even on them. It was the FedEx said it was another app issue. It said it dropped it at my house when actually it was at Walgreens. But on the app, it said it was delivered at my home, is what it said.
Okay.
And then I ended up just going to Walgreens and picking it up. So no problem. But, they sent me an email letting me know, hey, it looks like it's, being held at the Walgreens. And, I went and got my figure. So I was very satisfied. But on the app, it definitely said, it was at my house. I'm sitting here walking around the house. I'm like, it is not here. It is not here.
Yeah. And again, I'll say this. This will be the, fourth time? Because I always got to make sure you got to do it in every 15 seconds. But it's not to beat a dead horse. It's not trying to fan the flames or anything like that. It's just kind of showing an example. You know how like when you recognize something is there's a process that needs to be improved, and you're like, okay, this is what we can do to do it. But then you look at it and you're like, man, this is not what's working, and then you move on to something else. I think there's a lot of hyper focus about the communication. Again, not saying that they don't need to communicate. Communication would be great, but the thing is that it's. I don't think that that's the problem, and that what we saw, that's a perfect example. That's just one. Like I said, there was hundreds of them, and of course, it's the whole pitchfork. He's going that way, everybody else go that way. It's all of that too, but for the most part, it's the same sentiment. It's like this is bullshit. They need to get their shit together. You guys suck and stuff like that. And so when I see something like that, I'm like, it just devalues, to me, in my opinion, the argument of saying you just need to communicate more, because that's not it. I mean, and you don't believe me, go to any of those groups and go through the thing and you can see it yourself. But it's not me just picking one comment out and making it. But that's what I'm saying. There needs to be like a shift, man. There really does, like just for a little bit, focus on something where you're saying, okay, yeah, I understand these are the delays and stuff like that, but if it's their delivery times and you don't like waiting, dude, talk about that. It's not the communication part. I mean, because I can see why certain people would look at it and go, you know what, we can't do anything. What's the point? If I dude, I looked at that and I go, what's the point even doing it? I would look at it and go, there's no reason to do it.
Yeah.
To talk. If I'm gonna get that, why would I need to say anything else? People are already mad at us. That's why I kind of understand it.
Yeah.
Again, communication would be great. You gotta keep saying that. Somebody like say, "Oh yeah," saying they don't need to talk. Communication would be great. All right. Moving on. We got to get one of them in there. This is a good one. So we all know like Death Adder went up for pre-order, right? And then it went up on Big Bad Toy Store. What do you guys think about that? MC.
There's an NRD. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. Obviously, they want to get they're non-refundable. Yeah. So 120 was the price. I thought that was cool. It's not an MDF. It's not above. Yeah, it's not too far above what they had. They did a non-refundable deposit. I thought this was cool too. One per person, one per customer.
Yeah, I think it's good because there are people that are in various financial situations. So I think it's great that people will have a little bit of time to pay for it from BBTS instead of, from Mezco. It was a buy it now, right? Do I remember that correctly?
Yes.
Okay. So that's good, for those that really wanted it. But again, they're in, not shitting on anybody for whatever that's their situation. And now they get a chance to put away a little bit more money to get it. Obviously, BBTS is known at the current time for their $4 shipping. So, I mean, FedEx Mezco shipping is never the greatest. But with that, you also don't get the cool little Mezits that everybody likes with all the new stickers and pins and no reward points. So I guess that would be the trade-off, perhaps. Myself, I'd rather have the cool little Mezit if I get it and the reward points. That's just me. Not people can. It gives somebody an option. So.
Yeah.
I, for one, am a big fan of the pile of loot.
Yeah, we know.
Anytime I can slide something into the pile of loot and discreetly get it into the household, I'm all for it. So, give me multiple ways to get my Mezco figures in the house. It works for me.
She doesn't notice the forklift in your backyard when you
Man, right. You know, I'm big on the pile of loot. So, you know, I don't see anything wrong with it. You get a box that size shipped for, you know, $4.
Yeah.
Can't beat that. My last box actually was so big I had to upgrade my price.
There's a price upgrade?
Well, like they said, if I didn't, like it was going to be like a 14-day turnaround or something like that, because I think because of the size of the box.
They're like,
so
you
I
ordered
think
too
it ended
much
up
shit.
costing me, I think, $15 to get it shipped. But I mean, you know, it was literally like what was that, 30-inch by 24-inch box? Probably the last one I got is huge. It's huge. Yeah. So I wasn't really expecting that to get through for the $4, but it still wasn't bad. I mean, you couldn't beat that. A box that size for $15, I'll take it.
How is it 90 days that you can keep stuff in your pile of loot? Is that right?
Yeah.
Damn, you ordered a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like,
I can't even deny
it.
Yeah.
Got his own FedEx truck coming. Doesn't.
I gotta say a real quick shout out to Punker Mike, man. I followed this guy for a long time, man. He's a great artist. I don't remember if I said this last time, but he's a very talented guy, and he compiled all his knowledge into this like little zine, like this comic, and it's really cool, man. So I wanted to tell him thank you for, you know, doing that, for being a creative and putting positive energy out into the community. Also education, man, because man, he is a wealth of knowledge. I watched his videos a bunch of times, and he goes through and he shows you how to build stuff. He and Henry were like two of the guys that I started watching when I first started making stuff. But if you get a chance, I don't know if he's still offering it or not, but he did have this book, and it's like a little book of secrets, man. It's so cool. So I have it, but I don't want to leave, but it's over there. I had it on the dining room table I was looking at today. But if you have a chance, you know, hit him up, and I don't know if he's still selling them or not, but thank you. Thank you, Punker Mike. Appreciate it, man.
That's cool.
Let's see here. Maybe you can clarify exactly what a Mezco exclusive is. So yeah, so this is all just talk. It's not confirmed or anything like that. But I guess for me, I thought this was cool. I know like this is a figure, and let's say it's something you potentially wanted an army build. You were only held to 2. Now you can go to Big Bag. You can get another one. This is also gives people an opportunity. Maybe they missed the day window and they were able to get it. I know there are a lot of people talking about rewards points, and you had mentioned it too, MC, about reward points. You don't get that, and you don't get this Tinko. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about reward points. I used them today for the Doc Knock statue. I know people were saying that they get a little bit upset about the fact that they can't use them on exclusives. It was a little counterintuitive because you hear so many people complain about Rumble Society and the exclusives and stuff like that, and Gomez, but that's the only stuff that you can't use the points on, but everybody complains that they can't. I don't get it. Do you know what I mean? Like you bank all these reward points, and then Gomez comes out and they go, oh, another roach, or they talk about Rumble Society, oh, it's this, another skull, but that's the only stuff that you really can't use it on. Everything else you can. And so a lot of times, like what Ari did, it's kind of like one of those things. I guess you gotta kind of bank them on something that's really big, like these big sets like Fantastic Four, or I can't remember if Doom was one of them too, but you know, it's almost like you got to save your points for those because you can't use them for exclusive. But everybody will talk about the rewards points because Big Bad Toy Store got them, and they're saying it kind of, I guess, devalues the exclusivity of Mezco doing it. I personally think that they have some kind of agreement because it is an exclusive. Nobody else is getting it.
Yeah.
As far as retailer.
What I'd like to say is that, you know, as far as what the exclusive thing is, it's not uncommon to see other online retailers get limited quantities of an item and then sell it at a slightly higher price because they didn't get the retailer discount, right? They're not getting a wholesale purchase on it. So, I think we've seen other, and I don't want to put anybody's names out there. We've seen other online retailers buy extras of these items and then resell those at a higher price. Conan was a Mezco exclusive, right? And Death Dealer. I'm sorry, Conan wasn't. Death Dealer was, right? I've seen other online retailers that are selling Death Dealers, and that was a Mezco exclusive. I've also kind of seen a change of the system with Hasbro and their exclusives. Target exclusives can be found at a lot of different places now. And even my local comic shop here, they're able to go directly through Hasbro and get a hold of these quote unquote Target exclusives if there's any quantities available. So when you say exclusive, in my mind, that is not for your benefit, right? The exclusivity is supposed to be for the benefit of the retailer or person selling it, right? Mezco does an exclusive because they're basically saying to you, hey, you can't get this anywhere else, but you're getting it from me. Now, I can see you being upset if you bought it from Mezco as an exclusive and then you caught it at $5 below. I could understand being upset about that, right? I spent $105. I bought this figure from you because you said it's an exclusive. Now it's at Ollie's for $45. I could understand you being upset about that. But if an online retailer is offering a limited quantity at a similar but increased price, what are you complaining about? What are you complaining about? You got it at retail from the only place you could get it for retail. Big Bad is not selling it to you at retail. It's slightly above retail because it's an exclusive. And has there been an exclusive yet that Big Bad hasn't offered at some point? They usually don't have a lot, but they always have a little bit of everything, and they offer them at a slightly increased price. They do it with HasLabs. They do it with everything else. They're a retailer. That's what you're supposed to do. The idea is to sell. If there's a demand, you try to create a supply for it, right? And I don't, for those who missed out, there's a second chance. And that's why people need to start looking at it and say, oh, man, I got gypped. You got the figure less than what anybody else is going to get it for. Yeah. If you would like for me to charge you more, I have an extra coming. I'd be more than happy to sell it to you for more. Just let me know. Anybody who wants to pay more, holler at your boy. I got you covered. I'll even part it out if you want me to.
Is it I don't know. Is it bad to be able to have another option? Like for whatever circumstance, maybe you just weren't able to get it.
No. I mean, I suppose the idea is if you don't want other people to have it, I guess that's bad. Like, oh, it's supposed to be sold out. But
my thing is how does my collection affect your collection?
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I'm wondering if all of these are pretty limited anyway. As far as like production run wise, I don't exact numbers or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure they make X amount. And obviously they keep X amount for returns. And they keep a little bit for their contests and everything else like that. And then I'm wondering if, again, purely speculation, I'm wondering if this is maybe some kind of new partnership that they have, because they have been getting these. And maybe it's an act of good faith too that they're getting kind of closer down to retail, because I remember when Big Bad used to get some of these, they were pretty elevated, like Death Dealer. Death Dealer, what was that one? That was like
BBTS $250.
Yeah. And so, I mean, overwise, I mean, I don't know if it came with everything. I'm pretty sure it did, but do you know what I mean? Like, I'm wondering if maybe this is an open venture between them. We're like, hey, okay, we'll let you kind of be an authorized dealer, of our products and everything. So 150, so it's 100 over. But the last couple that Big Bad has put up, they have not been, they haven't been that unreasonable, as far as like price difference.
Yeah.
The Doc Knock statue that just came out is on BBTS for $229.99.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Wow.
Sod Cutter was 130. Dick Tracy 195. What was he on pre-order for Mezco?
Look at the thing. I'm just trying to think of this like as a whole. Like, is it bad? I mean, it's still an exclusive. It's still I don't know. To me, the takeaway is I don't see anything bad about it because everybody at least gets a chance to get it. That's like, for me, that's my main thing. Like, do you have a legitimate opportunity within a reasonable window to be able to get this figure and not, because otherwise your alternative is to rely on eBay or the kindness of strangers in the group. So, I mean, and that's hit or miss. At least with this, I'm also wondering what their return policy is. Because you know how you have a 10-day with Mezco, correct? Yeah. Is it the same thing with Big Bad Toy Store? When you say you got your Atticus Doom and something was broken, you return it to Big Bad and are they gonna replace your figure or are they gonna replace the amount? I'd be interested in here. I don't know if anybody's heard that. Because Big Bad, they do those collector grades. I don't know if they actually go through your figure to make sure everything's okay, but that's your pristine figure. Do you know what I mean? So it's like there's a lot of questions, but there's also like a lot of good stuff about it too. I just think it's easier to have another opportunity, or it makes collecting a lot easier. Because regardless of what people think or not, this is going to get harder. Collecting is going to get harder. I'm telling you right now, it is. It's not just the fact of like availability. It's going to be financial for a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you figure Big Bad, like you said, Death Adder was a buy it now, but through Big Bad, you can just do the $22 deposit and then, pay for it when it comes in. So people that found themselves in a bad position financially, it kind of gave you a little bit of a grace period to try and get that figure if you wanted it. To knock a company for making something available, it's kind of, I'm trying to think of a positive way to kind of say that. I don't know why you would be against it. I guess that's my thing. I don't know why you'd be against a product being available. Why you would want it unavailable. I don't understand that. Because then the next thing people will be talking about is, oh, well, I missed out. And then you got to pay, the aftermarket price or whatever. And who wants to do that?
Yeah. It also seems like this is just sporadic. I'm pretty sure there's ways you can check Big Bad Toy Store's counter. I've done it before. And is it not sharing the right one? It's not. It's not. There's a way that you can check their counter, but the quantities haven't been that large over there either. And so to have we've talked about this before with people like I just said, it's all financial with a lot of collectors that are doing this and dropping out of the line or selling a lot of stuff or just just stopping the line completely, right? Mm-hmm. This almost gives you a budgeted way or a better financial way to collect, because when you get it, you're gonna get what? It's 12. How much was it? Like $12 or something like that. I even thought about doing it, just to have an extra.
Right.
But let me go back really quick. But let's say you're one of these people that you can't do it at that time. This gives you another option, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then also there's that delay, because we all know it was not popping up for me. We all know that with Big Bad Toy Store, they're going to get their stuff later. So now you have extra time, because not only do you have people in the Mezco community say, I got it,
mm-hmm.
people saying they got it.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can even prep even more. You can be like, okay, what was the one that we were just looking at?
How long was Death Adder up before it was waitlisted?
That's it, Death Adder. It was a day.
Almost 30 hours, right?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. But
close to it?
Yeah, close. But
close to 30 hours?
Yeah. It's so
So anybody who waited the 30 hours to pre-order and got on the wait list,
mm-hmm.
weren't you kind of asking for a second chance? So rather than the wait list, why not just pre-order it from Big Bad?
Mm-hmm.
It's there. Well, it's gone now, but it was there. I don't know how long it lasted on Big Bad.
It's still up for pre-order.
Is it? I thought somebody said it had been sold out. This is
So,
live right now?
Yeah, this is live. So we got
okay.
Toyz.
So it's still up for pre-order.
Go to the filter at the top page.
So cancel your wait list and pick it up. It's a no-brainer.
Sort by in the middle.
It's a no-brainer.
Right below the red at the middle. Right below the bestsellers. You can change that to most recent. Up.
Oh, gotcha.
There you go.
Gotcha.
You can change it from
popular.
First time on Big Bad, huh?
Yeah.
I don't use this.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one sold out. And if you look at these, oh man, they got this. Oh, pre-order. Hell yeah. Add to cart.
Just use CC's account.
Yeah.
I did get this. Oh, look at it. That's sold out.
I'll type my account information in the comments.
Yeah. That wait listed today. Did
you pay $300 for it from Mezco for that statue?
For which statue?
Elvira.
Did I?
Was she free?
No. I think she was what, 225, 250, I think.
And Pyramid Head is listed for $300 also on BBTS.
Yeah. So where's it? Yeah. It wasn't Pyramid Head was 265. 265. Elvira was 250. So it's like a little bit of markup. I don't know how much can they do the $4 shipping for that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a heavy ass piece, man. It's like 15 pounds or something like that. But anyway, so here's the thing though, like if you're given an opportunity to do it, I don't know what the big deal is. It's still an exclusive. They're not doing all of, as you can like look through this list, they're not really doing all. I don't see Gomez anywhere. I mean,
there's an Eradicator Hornet up there.
Yeah, because everybody wants that. But these are the ones, to be honest with you, that the exclusives. These are the ones that a lot of people, they really didn't go for. You see these, like, besides the current one, like Death Adder and other stuff like that. I don't know. Like I said, I look at like a lot of the feedback. If you're saying one thing and you're doing a different thing, most of these figures that are on here, people look at all the comments that were about Death Adder that like got debunked. Oh, they moved to like 3 different figures. They couldn't even figure out which one they wanted to compare it to.
Yeah.
So first it was, the Black Skull's Death Brigade, then it was Blade, or then it was this figure. It's like, no, it's a completely different figure, but everybody, synopsis-wise, said that this wasn't the figure that they wanted, or it's just a reuse. So what's the big deal if it goes on Big Bad Toy Store? Everybody complained about this with the elbows. Why is it a big deal if it goes there?
I can only see anybody being upset if it was cheaper than what we bought it for. If it went on Big Bad for less than what I paid for it, I'd be upset. You know what I mean? Like I said, if I paid the 105 or whatever it was, and then they turn around and let Big Bad turn around and sell it like Ollie's for 55, I'd be upset about that. But
yeah, but they can't. They're mapped out. They can't go below the price.
Right.
They wouldn't be able to do. That's why Amazon can't do it anymore, because they were doing that. You remember when Amazon was selling stuff for like $40, $50? Yeah. So I did see a comment. Minnie's had a really good comment about another benefit for this. I look at the other side. I don't look at how this is going to affect me or if I'm fine with it. I just look at it as a whole, like community wise. And one of the things that she said was international international customers. Good God, like we talk about it all the time. You've seen the shipping and duties fees that they have to pay, right?
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't know for sure if they get the $4 flat rate, but this is another option for them to be able to, shave some money off of their fees. Is that bad? Heaven forbid they don't have to wait up till whatever 2:00 in the morning to try to get on this pre-order thing with everybody else. They're on international time, so this gives them an option to be able to do this. I don't know. I just don't see what the big deal is about another retailer offering it for for the benefit of the community. Especially if it, like I said, if it's figures that people are saying that they wanted to trash, pass, or they weren't interested in.
Yeah.
It's a business. They're trying to like push it out.
I would also like to remind folks that exclusive doesn't also necessarily mean limited.
That's true.
Right? Exclusive means where you can buy it for retail.
Uh-huh.
If you want to get it for retail, you can only buy it from me. Exclusives are created for the retailers. It's the reason why Walmart and Target wants them. Because Walmart wants you to come to them first to get it. You know, Target wants you to come to them first to get it. However, if they can't sell that merchandise, right, they've been known to offer it to other retailers to move it. It doesn't do them any good to sit on it.
Yeah.
Right? No business wants to just sit on product. You don't make any money at all by sitting on it. And, you know, that's part of the reason why you have some of these discount stores and everything able to do so well, picking up these items that don't sell. Five Below. I remember the Black Series Captain Rex. You guys remember that? Black Series Captain Rex, you could not find on the shelf. People were paying, you know, $50-$60 for this guy. And then he turns up at Five Below. And people were snatching them up left and right. $5, all because the distribution was screwed up. It ends up at a $5 store. So if I was one of those people that paid $50 for a Captain Rex, then he ends up at Five Below, I'd be upset. But guess what? It happened. It happened.
A long game.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to be patient, right? Let it fall in your hands.
You know that better than anybody.
I personally think it's
just a word.
Yeah. I personally think it's good. Well, I think it's good because even taking myself out of this line, like the Joe line, there's been times when I wasn't, earlier on, like you said, distribution was really bad. Trying to get a Cobra Viper or trying to get any of these figures. Yeah, or an exclusive, or heaven forbid if it's a Target exclusive. So if there's another avenue for me to be able to get it and at least close to retail, and that's not talking about Mezco, that's talking about G.I. Joes. I want that. I want that option.
Yeah.
Those first three that came out that were Target exclusives, Beachhead, Baroness, and Cobra Viper or Trooper. Those troopers were going for like $180 on eBay, and Baroness $250, $300.
Right.
Yeah. Now there's still Cobra Island figures at my local comic shop. They still have Cobra Island figures there. I can go pick one up tomorrow. They're still in stock there. Hey, I have a really good similar product to compare this to. The Plunderling folks, ToyCon had an exclusive Plunderling. And the only way supposedly to get this Plunderling was to go to ToyCon. Well, guess what? There was extra left over, so you could get them either from Legion Shop or from Big Bad Toy Store. Now, me as a person that wasn't able to go to ToyCon, I was excited to be able to order these at a slightly increased price instead of missing out, because it was the only way I could get it. But this was a ToyCon New Jersey exclusive, and I was able to get it without going to ToyCon, right? We've seen Hasbro do it with SDCC stuff, right? If you're there, you can get it. If not, you can take a chance and get it online, right? It's all about the gamble. So exclusivity died a long time ago, folks. You know, it's all about trying to give people opportunities to get these things. And for the collectors out there that feel like they have to have it all, I don't know why you would want it limited, because then you're going to complain about not being able to get it. Right?
Yep.
It's not about a community of the haves and have-nots. I would hope that's not what we're trying to get it to where, hey, I was able to go to Disney World and get this and you can't have it, you know. I'd love to be able to get an opportunity for some of these things without having to rely on the generosity of somebody else.
Come on now. You know I got you for Disney.
I got my Disney Connect. That's what I'm talking about. The generosity of others.
Well, I think it's still true in a sense, because you can look at some of these figures that came out. Nosferatu, they did 2 runs for, and there's still people looking for that figure now, and there are people charging for that figure accordingly. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying I understand somebody charging a little bit more later on. You know, you can't sit there and say, "Oh, that Babe Ruth card was 3 cents. It should always be 3 cents." No, Its time has passed. There's a particular demand for it, and it's the same thing. That I kind of understand. I don't believe in gouging somebody, for something like that, but I understand that it may have accumulated a little bit of value to it, to a certain extent, not to $12,000 extent, that kind of stuff. But it's the same thing. Nosferatu, people are looking for that. You go back 1 or 2 years, people are still looking for some of those figures. And it's cool in the group that now people are getting out and those figures are being available. I saw 2 or 3 sales posts this week and I was like, holy crap, I had to refresh. Because some of that stuff was close to retail. Guy put up a bunch of stuff. He put up like a PX Punisher. I think it was like $350. Yeah.
You guys know what I got that tectonic Baron Benz for.
Yeah. Did you get it yet? Does he arrive?
He hasn't arrived yet. It's supposed to be here Friday.
Can't wait to hear what you think.
It's supposed to be here Friday, but I mean, I got that Baron Benz for $105 shipped. I'm pretty sure that's what he was retailing for, right? Which is about half of what he was going for, 4 or 5 months ago.
You're going to be happy.
You have the opportunity to get it though, right? Like it's yeah. I mean, it was that's what I mean about all of this. It's the value for some of this stuff. I understand that concept, but you've always been able to sell these figures for retail. There's been very few of them that if you bought it, that you took a hit, meaning you wouldn't get your money back.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And some of them still hold whatever. Yeah. And some of them still hold that value. You know what I mean? There's still some that are still in demand because the community and the collective community is growing. Even if people get out, there's still people coming in to explore the line or buy stuff. And so that, that value is still there. It's just, I wonder how much of this has to do with people reselling stuff. And it's not the way it used to be.
I was just going to say, you think it's the resellers that have the loudest voice that now this Death Adder that's sold out, now there's people looking for it. Oh, wait, BBTS just took $70 out of my pocket or whatever they're going to, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be 200 listed on that first day.
Yeah.
First guy that got to PM me for price. So
the prices aren't really that bad. Like to me, when I look at the group now, it's not as bad. But then I look at things as a whole. I remember before a figure used to waitlist, people used to put it up for 200 plus over. Now it's not really like that. Man, I'm telling you, oh my gosh, it was like they would do it like I'm saying, they didn't even wait till it waitlisted. They wouldn't even. It would be on eBay for like $300 or $400 over, and I'm like, and so I like Craig, but I gotta remember to stop putting the comments for like 10 minutes. But that stuff it's not like that anymore. I look at it differently. I think it's just good that people have an opportunity to be able to get it no matter what. And then don't worry, just like anything, it stops. They didn't make a big production run. And you're still going to have possibly that chance for it to go up in value. So it's not a big deal. But I don't know. I just I don't see anything wrong with it.
The old golden rule with exclusives with Mezco used to always be you order 2, right? And that second one would pay for the first one. When I first started with Mezco, that's just what everyone did. You bought 2 because it was going to sell out in 20 to 30 minutes. And then that second one would pay for your first one. Mezco in the beginning wasn't really that expensive to collect. You just had to be fast with the clicker, pay your money up front, and then you got your money back. I bet you early on there was a lot of people able to build their collections relatively inexpensively because of the way it was working out. Like then the exclusive was working for, and that's when people used to always talk about Mezco was for the scalpers, right? They used to always say Mezco's not for the collectors, it's for the scalpers. They listened and they kind of changed that, and then now we're not happy because it's not exclusive enough for us.
Yeah,
I just want mine. That's all I'm worried about. As long as I get mine, I'm good.
me.
That's it. As long as I get mine, I'm good.
I still think it has the. I get what people are saying. They're saying like, you made a great point about. Do you want it to go back to the way it was? where everything's exclusive and they only made X amount. Because again, I guess the overall theme for this show is like what you say and what's being done. And I
Yeah.
remember, because dude, I've been here since the beginning. I remember seeing people going, "This is BS. It only lasted 5 minutes."
Yeah.
So how do you curb that?
Yeah.
And I don't think they get a lot of credit for this, but they do certain things, at least maybe that's just me rationalizing, but they do certain things to kind of prevent some of that stuff. They can't. Guilty as charged, production numbers. Everybody used to go with those production numbers, right?
Yeah.
And they would kind of gauge it was a low production number. Guess what?
Yeah.
Value, the perceived value of a figure will go up, right?
Yeah.
They stripped the production numbers off.
Yeah.
People were buying a bunch of exclusive. What do? They limit the exclusives to how many you can buy. There's still workarounds, let's be honest. But still, they'll still go through some of those and QC your accounts and they'll delete them.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen those? We're like, oh, they canceled my order.
Yeah.
We all know why.
Yeah.
You got like 8 accounts and you try to slide.
Yeah.
I know the game. And so there's that. And then also, what's another thing? ToyzFair. ToyzFair was huge, man. Like I remember, guilty as charged. I bought. I didn't sell, but I bought from people who would have ToyzFair exclusives, right? So what do? They know that stuff's getting pushed out $1,000, $1,200, right? So what do? You know what? The influencers or the reviewers that we're giving this stuff to, it's obviously they don't want it or they're trying to make money off of it. And there's a demand for it. So why don't we make it open to the public?
Yeah.
And then some of those kind of get aftermarket priced up. And then what do? They start making more. And then another thing, this is a big speed bump I don't think a lot of people picked up on. Why do you think that they did bundles? I don't know a lot of people that can buy 6 or 7 bundles.
Right. It's kind of like the way they did the PlayStation 5, right? It's what GameStop did to kind of curb the people from snatching up all the PlayStations. They said, okay, we're going to make you buy this system in, 2 games and a controller, so let me see you buy this and then mark it up triple because you're not going to be able to flip it.
Yeah. But there's, like I said, this is all like perspective and it's how you look at stuff. And so like, I know a lot of people say, oh, why did they bundle all this swag stuff? I don't want it.
Yeah.
And I keep trying to tell people there's ways that you can deal with these things. I was telling people years ago, they was like, I don't want to buy the t-shirt. I don't need all those stickers. But now you understand that possibly the reason why they put those bundles was to kind of slow stuff down. Like I said, You don't have somebody that can buy 6 of those things, right? So why don't you take what they're giving you and say, okay, this is I've been trying to like push this community thing, right?
Right.
And so it's like, why don't you, like, let's say I bought it. I know, CC, you want the t-shirt. You don't want all the other stuff. So, okay, CC, I'll sell you the t-shirt for, whatever it was supposed to be. And MC, you wanted the pins. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that gets deducted off the whole bundle that I'm out. And then, you network in the groups and stuff like that. But people like really hyper-focused on the fact that they did this. And like I said, I think that there's reasons why they did it. And you can see the after effect of it. Because how many times have you seen people get in the group now and say, you remember that? There used to be stacks of 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just one person, there's a bunch of people. But they say, hey, man, got this. And they,
Yeah.
So there's reasons why they do certain things.
Yeah.
And it makes it easier. And that's what all of it's all about, just trying to make it easier.
It's much easier now to score these exclusive than what it was early on. I remember Spec Ops. Spec Ops literally sold out in 2-3 minutes. Thing crashed. Most people couldn't even get on, and it was gone. And that was a real popular figure. And I ended up having to pay, a premium to pick one up on the second market, which I regretted doing it. But it was the only way to get the figure at that point. The only way. So it's real easy. And I don't, it's nice, knowing for the most part when they do these, they don't even do the surprise drop. Like back then, not only was it really hard to get, but like if you weren't connected, to get some type of notification, like you'd miss out because they didn't even give you the 24 hours to say, hey, 1:00 Wednesday, this is going to go up. it would be, hey, there was a surprise drop. Guess what? You missed it.
You're
So I think Mezco has made it a lot easier for us collectors to get this stuff. And I for one, I'm greatly appreciative. My wallet's not. They haven't done me any favors there because I'm probably buying way more than what I should. But, you know, I'm not losing any sleep over getting them anymore. Unlike what I did, you know, 4 years ago.
Okay.
I can't even remember how long it's been anymore. It's been so long.
Yeah. I don't mean to cut you off, MC. I just really quick at this.
Oh, no.
So he said, that's why I don't get upset. I miss something. The networks I have developed look out for people. And you know, in the group, like I have a very good network. I got you guys, I got other guys, you know, minis, you know, there's just different people in the group. And I know worst case scenario, hey, I broke my foot. Can one of you guys get it for me? I'm not worrying about anything like you guys overcharging me. You know what I mean? I've had guys when I used to be in bad reception area. I remember the guy, he bought it for me. He bought it because it was a buy it now. I didn't even know. It went up. I was like, man, I can't get this. I called him. I was like, hey, man, can you do me a favor? Please, can you get this for me? He said, yeah. It's a buy it now. I said, wait till I get reception. I'll send you the money. He bought it for me. He went out of his pocket.
Yeah.
MC's done that for me.
Yeah.
And so it's like you got this good network of people because you know you built trust and you've also built that relationship with them.
Yeah.
That's what the group is about. But he said it himself, like, you know, you develop those networks and you treat people right and you treat them with respect, and the community will have your back, and you make those networks and go those friends.
Certainly helps a lot. Helps a lot.
I'm sorry. MC, what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. No, pretty much just what you said. Like you know, like, you know, where's your buddy? Find your buddy. You know, like your camp buddy.
Yeah, man, I feel blessed, man. I feel blessed to be, and it makes collecting a lot easier. I get it. Maybe you're new and you don't have like the chance to network with a bunch of people, but it just helps. That's what I know. People think it's campfire and kumbaya shit that I'm trying to say. I was like, no, man. It's to help not only the community, but help people have a better, more enjoyable experience.
Yeah,
less stress, man. I can tell you right now. Okay, I was working one day. I was at a convention center, and I had bad reception. Same thing. My buddy KJ messaged me. He said, hey, man, did you see the new Iron Man? He likes to mess with me. And I go, what? He said, the Iron Man. They got a new Iron Man out. I go, bullshit, bro. Leave me alone. I was like, I'm working. And he sends me a picture of the Mark 42. And he goes, it's an exclusive, man. And I go, whatever. So I called Darius. I was like, Darius, is this true? He goes, yeah, man, hurry up. And so I couldn't do it. But if I couldn't do it at the time, so I had to find a reception. But if he wouldn't have messaged me and told me, I wouldn't have known. And that was bad during those times when it was bad.
Yeah.
And so when you see something like this, like, and I understand what he's saying, but it didn't sell out in 5 minutes because of the exclusivity, making it limited to buy because of the demand. Nobody knows what the numbers are. So you don't know if it would be limited to a certain number. And if it's available on BBTS, is that bad because it was up for a day?
I would have loved for BPTS to have offered me a second chance on Spec Ops. Yeah. I would have loved for that. It would have saved me about $120.
White Skull.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't have done that. But yeah, there was that is a limited. That's a limit. They put a number on that, and then people bought it. But this offering and some of the other ones, they stayed open for a day. So where do you draw the line?
Yeah.
You know what? I would almost understand if Mezco sold out in 20 minutes, 20 or 30 minutes, and then it went up on Big Bad Toy Store. I would get that. Yeah. But these pre-orders were open up for a day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a day.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched the numbers, and that stuff, it spikes, and then all of a sudden it kind of pans down.
Yeah.
So people had an opportunity. So is it bad? There was an open opportunity for it. It got closed after a day, and then it went to another place.
Big Bad never offered burner, did they?
No.
Because they had the other vapor, right?
Yes.
Because it was a second run and everything. So you could get the regular vapor through Big Bad. I ended up getting one through Big Bad. But they never offered the burner because burner was, once again, like you said, it was more limited.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to pound this in there because I figure we can beat up on Spider-Man here in a second. Since we're talking about Big Bad. Well, I mean, since we're talking about Spider-Man, so might as well do that.
It's another exclusive.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about this.
MC said it's a deluxe.
Don't you put that evil on me.
MC said it should be $39.99.
Yikes. I wanted to talk about this one because it has some nice little tree limbs to it. And I figured we could talk about really quick. I know some of it we already went over, but so yeah. So you have the Marvel Legends. Am I covering up anybody's face? Okay, good.
You didn't put my message in there, what I said.
I figured it'd be better if you said it. That's
now you really want to get me going here.
Yeah. So it's Marvel Legends.
It's $40 with shipping if you don't have Hasbro Pulse.
Yeah.
Like premium. Whatever the hell's called.
Now, before somebody preemptively says that I'm price bashing, I'm not. I'm bringing this up for some talking points. I just thought this was kind of funny because people were like,
is that available on Big Bad too? I see it's that Big Bad Toy Store there.
Yeah, it's a link. So it's so this went up on Pulse. It was $34.99, and then Big Bad Toy Store, it went up for $36.99. So your unfiltered thoughts, because my thought process and conversation is going to go completely someplace else, but I just wanted to hear what you guys thought.
So I'm a big fan of the game, and I'm a big fan of Spider-Man. I have a pile of Marvel Legends Spider-Man sitting in boxes over there. The Paige storage system over there, Michael's. And I before we went live, I showed you guys I have that one, the original version of that character that I paid $20 for like 3 years ago at GameStop. And it's slightly lighter paint on the body instead of a dark blue. The head has been resized. It looks like it's on the new Spider-Man body in some shots with the shoulders, the new butterfly joint, and it has a toe. So it's kind of like the Spinneret Spider-Man 2-pack, it looks like in some shots, but it's not.
This one's pinless.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, it's pinless now with the new tech, but that is not a $40 figure to me. What the heck? I mean, like, that's a 75% increase in price in 3 years, right? Is my math right? I'm not a math guy. 20 to 35.
Eggs went up 300%.
Somebody sent me a picture of a refrigerator stacked with eggs and said that they're
How many dozens of eggs is that? That's 5 dozen eggs.
Yeah, it's a lot. So you're saying with the technology and the accessories, you don't think that it's worth the price?
No, they've already reused that body with Daredevil. They're going to beat that body into the ground like because everybody likes to say reuse. So I'll throw that one out there. The Bucky cap mold that's so famous in Marvel Legends, but you're going to see that mold used on probably Wolverine. Will get that upper body of some sort. So he's got the butterfly. All these symbiotes that they'll reissue, of course. Every Spider-Man figure from here until the end of time. Daredevil's already got it. Trying to think of other. It's been so long since I bought Legends figures for the most part. I wouldn't be surprised if they throw a new Moon Knight with that body, honestly, which I'd be okay with. But there's one thwipping hand, one wall crawling hand. So I don't know why we don't get doubles of those. Those webs are that the one straight web has been used countless number of times. The face one came in the Hobgoblin wave or the Demogoblin wave. I'm sorry. And so did that one that goes like over the body. So those are reuses, and those other two webs, those came out recently. Reissue. I mean, sorry, I know a lot about the Spider-Man figures, but I don't think it's. To me, I don't. Why does Marvel Legends think they can call that a deluxe and charge that much? was beyond me. There's no Build-A-Figure piece. I mean, that Miles Morales that we just got from the Gamerverse Miles Morales had more hands. It had like the Zap hand, the Venom Sting, whatever he calls it. And so you got more accessories and a Build-A-Figure piece, and that figure was only $24.99. 22 to 24.
Mm.
What happened in a year?
CC?
I blame Taft.
I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that starting in 2023, that this is going to be the price point for Hasbro exclusives moving forward. Because the Black Series Boba Fett that's been re-released, I don't know how many times, the Return of the Jedi carded version is $34.99 at Target. And everyone's talking about it. So everyone should probably just be prepared that I'm going to imagine that the Black Series and Legends exclusives moving forward are going to be starting off at $34.99. And that's without them throwing the deluxe. I said deluxe just being sarcastic because that's what last year was kind of what they were doing is these figures that were deluxes were, $34.99. But what are they going to charge you for a deluxe now? If a regular figure is $34.99, if and when they do release an exclusive deluxe figure, you're probably looking at $40 to $45.
Yeah.
What do you think those reissues of Build-A-Figures are going to come at then? Like a
45.
Rhino. 45 for a Rhino?
I bet you. Because you figure they were 40 last year, right? A lot of those bigger figures were 40. So I bet you're going to be looking at 45 to 50. And to me, that they kind of tested everybody with that 2-pack of Venom and Null.
Yeah.
What was that thing? $90 for the 2?
Then on Amazon, it was clearance down to 60 or something at the
Yeah, like if you were patient, you could get it at a good deal. But the original release, I think, was right around $90 for those 2 figures. They were a little oversized, but $45 a pop is what we were paying for them. So if you compare this $35 figure to the Venom for $45, it's about right? it's kind of right. They set the market already without us even knowing it.
Right. Yeah. Oh man.
This is what happens when everyone laughs about the Hasbro stock dropping. What did they think people were going to do in order to get those prices back up?
Goddamn.
You got to get those profits up, right? Keep those shareholders happy.
Yeah, dude. The reason why I brought this subject up was because, and we've talked about this before, and I know we've not just with you guys. I've talked about it with other people on the show and just private chats and stuff like that. But and we had a nice little discussion about this with the Spirits of Vengeance car that they had, and there was this big argument versus price versus value. And I think all this stuff is just coming full cycle, man. Like it does go back to what I was talking about earlier with all of this stuff. Like when you say you want something and then you get it and then there's a price tag to it. Like when I first came in, one of the things that was brought up with Marvel Legends was females didn't have double jointed elbows. We want double jointed elbows. Ooh, totally understandable. I get it, especially with dynamic posing characters. You want to have that or their character specific type, like Spider-Man like this, you want him to be able to do all those poses. You want him to be able to do everything. But that stuff like comes at a price. And I remember watching people say, there's pins in here. I can't stand this. Now they got pinless. Now they got butterfly joints. Everybody said, I want toe articulation. All that stuff costs money, man. And I was telling people, man, that stuff, you want it, it's going to cost.
Alt hands, right? They give you some alternate hands, even though it's just one pair, but it's still there. It's more than what you used to get.
Right. Yeah. And like, I get it. Everybody they want the most for whatever money that they're spending. I totally understand. But it's all, I see this stuff with Mezco. Like, you ever notice when an offering comes out and somebody will say, you know what, it would be perfect if it just had X. And it's something kind of out there. It's not something that they did before. But, I don't know. Like if somebody said, it would be cool if Sod Cutter had this tool. And it's like, okay, well, they would have had to make that tool. They had to make the mold for that tool. And I know there's a counter argument where somebody will say, well, they're going to reuse it anyway. Yeah, but you still got to do it. Like this figure, this is kind of like the culmination of all of that. Everybody said this is the stuff that they wanted. And now you have it and it's too expensive. I mean, personally, for me, I'm not price bashing on it. I wouldn't get it. I don't, because I have so many other Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. Another good point about this too is you know how like we were talking about value earlier on older figures?
Yeah.
Somebody always asks me, hey, should I pay this much money for an older Mezco? And nothing against them. I tell them no. I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you pay like $300 or $400 for it? First off, you're supporting that and you're going to keep it going. And somebody else made a comment about this too. They said, dude, I'm surprised this hasn't happened earlier. I was telling people this 2 years ago. It's like, you guys are going to buy their product. You're going to sell it for more on eBay. They see it and they're going to say, hey, we price pointed at this amount, but these guys are willing to pay $400.
Right.
Yeah.
They're making money off of us. I was like, the aftermarket stuff, I'm like, say one thing, do another. I'm like, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You guys need to stop doing that. Otherwise, the company's going to say, they don't even have to go $400. They could just say, hey, they're willing to pay $400. Let's make it $300.
Yeah.
It's $200 now. Let's make it $300. It's a nice compromise. So I was like, you know, don't try to do that stuff because you're just shooting yourself in the foot later on. Those companies will see it. But you know, like just you can see like this is what everybody wanted, and now you get, and now it's can't afford it. And so now that they did all this stuff, they're going to be the companies are shooting themselves in the foot too, because you can see some of the comments. People are like, no, I don't want to pay that much money.
Yeah,
it's.
So with all that said, how many are you buying?
6. So I can like do some kind of like shot where they're doing like flips and stuff like that. Dude, Photoshop.
MC's got his in his pile of loot already. I already know it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to learn like Photoshop because man, like getting. Can you imagine? I know guys that'll get 4 or 5 of these figures and stage them, so they're doing like a one continuous thing and stuff like that. I've seen a couple guys do that.
Yeah.
There's more incentive to learn Photoshop now. I don't know how many. $40. You buying 5 or 6 of these? I mean, I guess if you really like it, but
it does look good. I'll give it that. I mean, I'm not a big Spider-Man guy, but it does look good.
I think has done the best job with Spider-Man.
It does, man. It looks really good. I'm not taking away from that. I'm not taking away from their price or anything like that. I just think it's a combination of stuff. It's the times financially that we're in right now.
But
maybe 2 years. Would you have blinked an eye at this 2 years ago? Probably not.
No, but
no, I'm sorry, 3 years ago. Let's go past.
But I think they're trying to charge premium prices. I mean, I don't even want to call it premium, but it's not a premium product like Sentinel or Mafex or of course Mezco. You know, this is still a Hasbro Marvel Legend at the end of the day.
Do you think they're trying to creep towards that market though? Like they seem to be really working on, improving the articulation and the paint apps and things to where I think they can get a little closer and be competitive. Because like Paige was saying that, they see what people are paying for these Spider-Man figures, it's plastic, just like theirs are plastic. Yeah. A few more accessories and, Mafex is demanding, $90 to $120 for a Spider-Man figure. They're getting there. You know what I mean? They're getting there. Hasbro and this Classify line. I mean, these figures with the articulation and everything, they're getting pretty good. They're not trying to remain the cheap guys anymore. I think they're trying to be a little more competitive.
Yeah. Need to fix that Black Series and Indiana Jones line.
Yeah. That stuff takes time, man. Like I'm pretty sure that you don't want to invest a whole bunch of money into a line when you don't know if it's going to actually work or not. But yeah, they definitely want to do it. I said this before. Yeah, exactly. Dude, they could. Well, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, we'd want soft goods on that stuff. But can you imagine? I don't know. Maybe if you did some of those things, it would have maybe justified the price to certain groups of collectors and stuff. But even if you look at this, man, their fan Their core Marvel Legends base has been accustomed to paying a certain price, and that's good. But times change, and if you want these improvements, these companies, they gotta shell out money to make the improvements. You can't. I mean, honestly, do you think you would have gotten this figure for $20? Honestly,
25, I'd have been okay with.
right? But I mean, you're a lot of these price increases. It's because there's a lot of people that have been collecting this line. Not even just since the Marvel Legends, it's like Toy Biz days.
Right.
So they're used to paying a certain amount of money. I said it before, man. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, collectors are gonna have to start making some hard decisions, man. These companies, like you said, they're coming after you. Companies want you and you only. They don't want you buying from another company. They want you in their line, investing in their line, and buying from them.
Yeah. I think it also kind of shows the shift that Hasbro realizes that they're not producing toys for kids anymore.
Yeah.
These toys are targeting adults. They're going after that adult collector market. And that's the reason why they're not worried about the $19.99. Because they know we'll pay for it. Like our allowance is a little more than what it used to be when we were kids, right? Yeah. It's not $20 a week anymore. That's not our allowance. We get checked.
I think this figure is going to take a hit, though. They're not going to do as great. And I just saw Twitter, and there's a few people. MCU Collector was saying things about it. There are a few people that weren't happy with the price and passing. So they say, but
what's funny is once this sells out, wait till you see what the aftermarket price will be.
That's why Paige and I bought 6.
Well, inevitably it's going to sell out at some point, right?
It will. Yeah.
And then once it's not available, that's going to be a $50 figure all day long.
Rogue. Yeah. That Rogue that was sitting on shelves for a while and peaked at $100, and now she's
so the starting lineup, because you just mentioned that, you remember I bought that wave. Dude, I bought that wave and then I returned it, and then as soon as I returned it a week later, Jason Tatum, is he on fire or something? I don't get it. He sold out. And I was looking at it and I go, why did he sell out? I was like, I thought it would be LeBron or Steph that would have sold out first.
Right.
And so I go and I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I'm like, let me go look on Amazon. It's not on Amazon. But let me go to the team sites. It's not there. I go on eBay and he was going for $150. And I was thinking everybody was trashing these figures and saying that they suck and they didn't want them.
Yeah.
And now, like you just said, the aftermarket is going to be like that. And so, it's a bad position to be in, like as a collector and as a company, because what's their result? They're going to be like, you know what? These aren't selling.
Yeah. We're
going to have to reduce our production numbers. And then what? You're just caught in this vicious cycle of this. And there's going to be some adjustments. I'm telling you, man, like that HasLab, you know how we had that conversation? Like everybody was like, oh, it's not worth the money. They're not going to come down, man.
Yeah.
The next HasLab they're going to do, they may come down a little bit, but if they're going to invest all this money in all that tooling, molds, and stuff like that, even though people think that it's maybe not up to their standard and stuff like that, they're still going to price point it out. Do these figures, the way they're pricing these figures shows that they're going to be like,
yeah,
we're going to price this the way we want it. If you guys want it, then you want it. If you don't, you don't. And we'll just reduce production numbers. It's not doom and gloom.
I remember when I first started collecting, the first line I was really into was the Star Wars Black Series. And, you could walk into Walmart when those would release and just pick up the whole wave. It was pretty easy. However, it got to the point where things slowed down and you would see them on clearance all the time.
Right.
Now you can't find the new Black Series on the shelf. Like if you're going to get those, you're going to have to pre-order them because you can't walk in and find them on the shelf anymore. I don't know when the last time I've seen a recent Black Series wave on the shelf. Not that I collect them anymore, but I still go down the aisle. And you just if you don't pre-order the Black Series, you pretty much can't find them.
Yeah. I have a love-hate relationship with Black Series. No double jointed elbows, no double jointed knees, no butterflies. It's like, and now they're using the Indiana Jones body for those, or that body on Indiana Jones.
That most recent Trooper they did was really good, though.
Was it?
Really good.
Well,
The articulation on that thing was impressive.
Well, for the Indiana Jones line, would you pay? Would you be okay paying that amount of money? Would you be okay paying $40?
I have everything I can pre-ordered right now at the good price.
But would you pay $40?
I have to see one in hand for that now, because I'm already not, like, I lost. There was that review video that you sent me, and I'm not super in love now. I mean, it's Indiana Jones, but it's very disappointing. And I knew it too when they said Black Series was going to do it, that we would get, everybody on the Obi-Wan body.
Yeah. There's two comments I wanted to highlight. This is one of them.
Truth.
Yeah. The thing is I kind of got away from it, but like when somebody asks about buying a Mezco, like an older figure, I say no. And the reason why I say no is not to like discourage like them from maybe getting the character or say I'm trying to like hurt Mezco, because I mean the figure's already bought anyway. You're buying it from somebody else, right? But the thing is like they use older materials. The materials that they use now are way better. And so I say if you can hold out, just wait. Maybe they'll do another version. Because these versions, as you can see from Spider-Man, I remember my first Spider-Man I got from Universal. It was cool. It wasn't like this. This looks really good. I just, like, for me, not price bashing it, I have so many Spider-Man. And that would take the place. This honestly could take the place of it because it looks great. And obviously it's gonna move correctly, but like you're looking at it and it's like maybe if they're so concerned about like the environment with the packaging, that's why I brought Craig's stuff up. Wouldn't it be cool if they took all those old Marvel Legends and you sent them in and you got like a credit discount for this figure? You send in 4 or 5 bodies. It doesn't matter because they're going to be broken. Right? Even if they were broken, they're still they could reuse the plastic or something like that. But as a credit, because I was trying to think of ways. Yeah, exactly. Like it's like a trading program. There's like companies that do that. You send back the equipment and they give you credit. Some of them don't even, it's like a payment. And this is another thing right here. We're talking about this from an American standpoint. And it's a price hike and we're just like, can you imagine being an international collector? Like, look, he pays this money and then he's got to pay extra for taxes, duties, and fees and all that stuff.
Yeah.
International, and it's almost like, I get it, like the companies are pricing it for the amount of design work and materials that they're putting in and everything. I totally get it, but man, I'm telling you, it's going to come to a point where people are going to have to make some hard decisions. They're going to be like, do I get this Spider-Man or do I not? God, we're talking a long time.
We're kind of on there, aren't we? Aren't we already kind of there?
Yeah, we're like at 2 hours and we're still like 3. There's like 2 topics left.
No, I mean the tough decision time. I'm like just with just in the last 3 weeks, like I've been charged for a custom figure, figure arts, Batman, 2 or 3 Mezco, Super 7. Like it's like every morning I wake up to an email saying we're charging. I'm like, good grief. It's crazy right now. It's crazy.
Did you got Bishop too? Sorry.
Yeah, look at that. Hey.
Yeah.
Not
Bishop,
sponsored.
Bishop?
Not sponsored.
Hey, check it out.
Man.
Taco Bell. Wow.
Is Taco Bell at least following?
I don't know, but they'll pay.
They got to drop a follow after that, don't they?
No, they're gonna pay for the next set that we do. The next set, yeah.
Somebody ring the bell.
So since we're almost close to time, let's try to tighten up a little bit.
Yeah,
but it's just good conversation. So let's really quick. So we'll move past this. I was just wondering about your thoughts about it. Good talk. Good talk.
I like it.
It looks.
I like
I'm
it.
gonna get MC to buy me 2 of them.
Yeah.
I
We'll
got you.
skip this. Really quick, I'll run a quick synopsis. So that payment video that was put out, I wanted to say first off, thank you for everybody that was watching. I appreciate it. I think there's some good, valuable information in there. And like I said in the video, there's some loopholes. One of these was one that Minnie's pointed out to me. She actually messaged me and told me, yeah, she had a fail, and she said she did the corrections, before the fail. And this is one of the things that she said may have had something to do with it because she did it the day before. So I wanted to make sure I put that in there. So when you update your card, it says it in the email. Sometimes it takes 24 to 48 hours. That's why I was telling you, like, before any of that stuff come out, make sure you update all of that stuff. Like I said, there's always going to be variables, but just so you know, when you're updating,
What the heck?
What's that? Something happened?
The Taco Bell comment.
Mm.
The next one. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Well,
we're being trolled by Taco Bell. How messed
Yeah,
up?
Taco Bell got beef.
Wow, literally. All right, so this is the next one.
I'll have Taco Bell know I applied for a position. I'm expecting to hear back.
Yeah. We kind of touched on this, but there were some things that kind of stuck out a little bit for me, and it kind of goes with what we were saying. So ToyzFair, obviously, they're going to have that. It's going to be February 7th and 9th, 14th, 16th, 20th to 23rd. So instead of the usual 3-4-ish days that they used to do, they're going to do 2 or 3 days over 3 weeks. This is the thing that stuck out to me. Multiple exclusives. They're doing 3 weeks.
One a week?
Giveaways and reveals. Now, if anybody knows, last time they did ToyzFair, there was a crap load of reveals. But this is the thing that stuck out to me. If they're doing like 3 days, not saying that this is going to happen, saying it to be prepared. But if they're doing multiple exclusives, I'm wondering if they're going to be doing at least 2 or 3 exclusives. And I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that, along with something else, a little stat I wanted to throw at you. So, what do you guys think?
We're gonna get peach or tangerine. I mean tangerine. I saw that.
Dude, I'm praying for her that she gets
tangerine. That. Sorry, I was thinking about work.
Yeah.
Tangerine.
Yeah.
That'll probably be the 3rd exclusive.
Yeah. So multiple exclusives. I say that because it's kind of like you got to get prepared. We all know money's tight and stuff like that. And it's almost like a bad position to be in because let's say they put something up on the first day. That's why I said it says multiple exclusives. There's 3 days. I was like, just kind of like be prepared. They've done this where they've dropped like 1 or 2 or 3. So kind of just be prepared mentally, take stuff in. Also goes into those buying control measures that usually they put in there too. So, I mean, the figures are more accessible, but I can see something happen on day 1 and somebody go all in on it. And then day 2 and 3, it happens. Like when they had Gordon and they had Moon Knight one day, it's like, Jesus. So
I got a Gordon for trade for whoever gets the second.
And I have to imagine that there'll probably be like an exclusive 5-point figure would probably be one.
Yeah.
You might get an exclusive LDD.
Yeah.
Thick grub.
They're going to cover the whole line. They'll probably do Static 6, 5 points. They'll do the Living Dead doll. It seems like they're more 112 heavy. They know their customer base. I mean, but I can see a bunch of stuff that they're going to do, man. So I'm really looking forward to it, man. But I can kind of see that I can see people maybe fall into a trap. That's why I wanted to say, man, be prepared. Even if you're prepared for 2. I mean, it says multiple, so obviously they're going to do at least 2. So just prepare for that,
I think we're going to see Firefly finally.
Oh, in hand? At
least like a promo.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see instead of just his eyes. It's time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. It would be nice to see that. CC? Anything?
I'm going to go on a limb and say we'll get 2 112 offerings I would guess one licensed figure and one Rumble Society.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably a 5 point.
Yeah. I like 5 points. That's just me. You just made Minnie's nights right here. Go figure, go. Oh, thanks, Go Figure Go for that update on the Death Adder. They added him to the character page. It's like a little bio, but I thought it was cool. They had a little hologram of him, but they put him on the Rumble Society page. So thank you. Thank you for that.
Oh, Death Roach.
Yeah. I got a little stat for you really quick.
We like stats.
Yeah, I'm full of them. So did you know, and I wanted to ask you guys this. This is like a little plug for them because I think they catch a beating a lot of times for like certain stuff. So I like to highlight some of the good stuff, kind of balance it out. So did you know that for these conventions that they do, they give away a lot of shit. A lot of stuff. And I was trying to think of another company that does it. Do you know any other company that like gives away like free figures?
Doesn't Hot Toys do something?
I don't know. That's why I was asking. I was trying to think of something. I'm not talking about influencers or anything like that. I'm just talking about giveaways.
But I think Hot Toys does something, but it's nowhere to the scale of Mezco. I think it's like once a year they have some kind of something.
Yeah.
Like I haven't gotten anything free from another toy company except for when I was, I think, 7 years old, and I got a mail-in Chewbacca from George Lucas. that was the only other time, I got the Mezco 112 day last year.
Mm-hmm.
But prior to that, man, my mail-away figure from George Lucas, I remember it to this day.
Nice.
7 to 8 points, like you said, that they give coupons away. Like, what is the average range for that? Like, do they give $20 coupons, 50? Because I'm just wondering, because they catch a lot of beating, man, but they do a lot. Mm-hmm. Honestly, they do. And so, like, I was thinking about it, like, so they do Mezco Mondays, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, I know they missed a couple weeks. Maybe last week. Was it last week or the week before? But let's say they did it out of 52 weeks. They were pretty consistent. It's like 45, right? Mm-hmm. That's 45 figures. At least one figure. Sometimes it's a little bit more. So not even quantifying that. Let's just say they did online exclusives. Like, MezcoCon, like at 2020. Because you won, didn't you? Didn't you, MC? You won a Hawk, right?
I did.
Right. So that was a giveaway. And I know they gave a bunch of I tallied all that stuff up. And did you know that they gave, not counting the ToyzFair Blade, because you can't put a number on that, right? They gave like $3,310 away.
Wow.
RumbleCon, they gave $15,466. That's just taking the price of the figures and all the ones that they gave away. So, yeah. I know they get shit on a lot, but they do a lot of other stuff too. So I just wanted to highlight that. It's not shilling for them or anything else like that. Like I said, it's just to balance stuff out. I mean, if you can point out the bad stuff, I think it's okay to point out this kind of stuff too. So.
Yeah.
I've been lucky and have won two. One was RumbleCon and then Mezco Monday, and they were both figures that I have not had. So that's like $200 for free, basically, to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I mean. I just I see a lot of people. Like, I try to look at both things. I'm not. What's this 8th time I've said it this episode? Not saying anything about communication. Yeah, they need to communicate, and there's other things that they, all companies, obviously through this whole conversation can improve on. But I think it's important to highlight some good stuff too. And that was one of the things I saw. I was like, man, they give away a lot of money, and that was including the gift cards and stuff like that. So I just wanted to highlight some of that stuff too, because they get trashed on pretty badly. So. Coupons are $1.5, $2.20, but the volume is way more than anyone else. I'm in some groups, and guys have had hundreds of dollars doing silly contests on slideshow. Yeah, that's why I put a dollar amount on this. RumbleCon was $15,466. MezcoCon was $3,000. That's just free shit that they just gave out. So anyway.
Yeah.
Stats for nerds. We'll skip modding figures. Let's do this really quick. This is the one that I want to talk about the most. So we'll skip through. Is it showing?
Ooh.
Oh yeah. So quick, little quick excerpt. So this video is from Strange Form. I'll make sure that I put a link in the description below. This is a video somebody forwarded to me, and immediately when I first saw this, I go, "Oh gosh, here we go." Not gonna lie, because I was like, "Man, you know, like it's you see the title, and you know you got to have a hook and clickbait stuff." And I look at this, and I go, "Oh," but I watched it, and I'm glad I did because I loved it. I love this video. I was impressed that this guy took $100 figure. I know it was a replacement that he was doing for Big Bad Toy Store. He did some kind of work in with them. But I was like impressed that he took it apart. I love this guy's delivery. It was awesome. Like, you know, like just how he started it. I don't want to ruin it for anybody. Like I said, I'll put the link in. Please make sure you watch this video. It's really good.
Reminded me of 8mm.
Yeah, it's like some snuff film stuff, but in a good way. It was a good snuff film. CC,
No,
did you watch this? Did you watch it? CC, did you watch this or no?
I did watch it.
He is he's the guy in the video.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's why you forwarded it to me.
Yeah. I saw the mask in one of the lives before. He had it behind. He forgot to put it away.
What'd you think?
I've never worn mine in video.
What did you think? No comment.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we had an order. MC messed up. So you and I had been talking, and I was waiting for someone to cut one of these open because I was really curious to see what it looked like on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So it confirmed a lot of that.
Exactly.
It was a great video on his part. I thought it was very fair, kind of like you. I really thought it was going to turn into kind of like a Mezco bash thing and, really crap on the figure. But, I thought it was really fair, and he made some suggestions that he felt would make the figure better. And I got to imagine with this being the first seamless body, I only got to imagine that the second is going to be an improvement, right? Like we've seen the way Mezco has advanced, and they don't seem to make the same mistake twice. They seem like they learn from it and they improve. So I got to imagine V2 seamless body is going to be even better than what we got this first go around. So,
what did I say? Oh, so really quick from this point on, if you haven't watched the video, you don't want any of it spoiled, don't look at any of the pictures. But like I said, even if you look at these pictures, make sure you watch the video. It's very, very informative. And just like CC said, I was really impressed that he tore this down. The hook was when he first started out, I was like, what the hell is this? But it was great. It was a great presentation.
I feel like this guy might have a bit of a technical or engineering background, the way he got very technical with it as well, which I enjoyed, like the manufacturing process, what he put together. Yeah.
This crap. I was like, oh, not crap. I mean, as far as like when I saw this, I go, oh man, dude, this guy knows what he's doing. This is like skin on the wall kind of crap. But when he was going, yeah, exactly. But he did a great job explaining certain things. And pretty much when you watch this video, he strips down the seamless body part and he shows you a problem that he had with the figure. And what he does is he actually goes through, like MC said, he seems like he has a very good technical knowledge of what pieces do, how they're supposed to move, and what complications. And this is the metal frame body that's in the seamless body, which some of us talked about and said that there was. So here's this one and this one. He gives pretty good tips. The problem that he ran into with this was there was problem around here with the hip and the screw. It became a little loose, which was causing it to kind of flail back and forth. Like you had yours, CC, you said you had a kickers kind of thing with the knee, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he goes through and he explains kind of what the problem is. He also goes through and he tells, which I thought was really cool. He identifies the problem and he also identifies a possible fix for the problem. And like you said, this is their first go around. Personally, I haven't had this problem yet. And I did some crap, but maybe I just didn't. He said that this is something that happens over time, or it's just a slip. But one of the things I really liked about this was the fact that he did flag it, but then he presented the information not in a "this sucks." He actually went in and showed what the problem was. He actually made recommendations based off of his background and knowledge of figures and working parts. And then that's something that I think if Mezco did watch this, they could go, oh, okay. So one question I have for you is, now that they have this information, and let's just say that it is the same design scheme, if they were to delay it to fix it, would you be okay with that? It's a question. I'm not trying to start anything.
Well, here, all right. Let me put on my bulletproof vest real quick. Yes, because I want the best figure possible for everybody to be happy for the character that I don't care about.
What if you would have had to? Oh, so you wouldn't be buying? You were just saying like as a figure overall. Like if they said that they, hey, let's do this. No, Oscar. Let's say that they watched this video, and then all of a sudden they looked at it. They pulled one of these from the samples and they go, oh, you know what? This guy's right. And then let's say they sent out an email and they said, we recently discovered there's a design problem here. We're going to try our best to fix it. It's going to be delayed a year.
Good. Like, because.
For 4 years?
Yeah, because then those that are still wanting said figure that would be delayed to another year, they will get, that will be already fixed, because how many hate posts are we going to get and people saying, oh, somebody released a video on how to fix this and Mezco still put that out there knowing damn well.
Who are you imitating? Just kidding.
Take a name.
Yeah. So positive.
Yeah, but no, my positivity is it will give them the best figure that character deserves.
Yeah. CC? Is he here? CC?
Yeah, I'm here. It's me?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought he was still going. He's on a roll there.
No, being nice.
But, yeah. You know, I would hope that we wouldn't have to experience that. But I guess just playing devil's advocate, if this was something that they weren't aware of and they said, hey, after this being out there and seeing what's going on, we're going to go back. I guess as long as they told us that, I'd be okay with it. Mm-hmm. Honestly, at this point, I don't know if I would almost just rather just have it is what it is, for right now. And, let's get it right on version 2.
Mm-hmm. Nipple suits will be better.
Yeah. I'd say get it out. Even with the defect, get it out at this point. I don't want to wait another year. I might not be around another year. Who knows? Mm-hmm. I got people dropping left and right, man. I need it now. I don't.
You're like, I need it.
Yeah, I need it now, man. I can't. I don't know if I'm going to be here for 2024. Who knows?
Oh no, don't say that.
Yeah,
oh.
Dude, like you can't take anything for granted nowadays. You know what I mean? Like you just can't.
Yeah, you can't, man. Yeah,
they better bury me with it.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend. This was another good talking point. Was we were talking about like the seamless body and I guess the kind of like the rollout and some of the different problems. And, I would say let's strike that. Rewind. When I say problems, let's just say just the rollout part of this. And one of the things that he mentioned is that he wondered. Sorry, there's yelling in the background. He wondered like if maybe if they used it for one of their characters, like Gomez, or maybe a Rumble Society, some other character, and did that as their first body. I don't know if that was part of the agreement, the licensing agreement. Hey, we have this new technology we want to try. It's going to be a different figure, and that maybe that was one of the hooks for it. But the conversation went, what would have happened if they used this for, I don't know, let's just say Cowboy Gomez. He was on a seamless body. Would that have, been a better choice? Because for one, you would have known it would have come out. So this Cowboy Gomez could have been lingering for however long. You know what I mean? Because you wouldn't know about it. It wasn't announced. It wasn't a licensed product. And so he mentioned that, and I go, oh, you know what? That's an interesting thought. And then you wouldn't have this chance of it getting out and people knowing about it and there being a delay because nobody knows. Like Rumble Society, regardless of what people think, that stuff usually in development for years before anybody knows about it. I put up a graphic the other day about Lone Roach. It took 6 years from the time they initially promoted it to the time that we actually saw it. It's 6 years.
Really? Well worth it. Great figure.
Yes.
Yeah. But nobody knows that because, it's all of that stuff is in development under the covers. Nobody really knows. But so that was one of the things. I just wondered, what people thought about that, what you guys thought about it. I think with this, I can honestly see them looking at this video and going, oh crap. We need to talk to whoever the designer, the developers are and see if this is a thing, what's going on, can they explain this? And then they'll go back, because if you really think about it, this was their first offering. Not trying to give them a pass or anything like that, but it's a pretty ambitious move, especially if you're a company that's just known for soft goods. I think they're trying to break out of that. They've done that a couple times. I remember when people were banging on Iron Man and they're like, why are they doing an all plastic figure? And why are they doing light up features? And then if you look at some of the stuff that they're putting out now, I mean, regardless, I understand people say it's gimmicky and stuff like that, but there's stuff that they have now, like Saw Cutter and all this stuff. They have these light up features, Gomez. And they gotten better over time. Because you can remember Cyclops. Remember, that was a light up feature, but it was a peg in the head. It didn't really get any neck articulation. And now you have these figures that have head articulation and neck articulation with a light up feature.
Yeah, Gomez on the back of the head.
Oh yeah, you remember when you pushed it?
Yep.
It would only, you had to hold it down.
Yep.
Now you just click a button and it's done.
Hazard Squad, that was the first one.
I remember wired capes. They used to have they were on the clips, and the clips would break.
Batman.
Now they
Moon Knight.
Now they give you a cape that has, they give you two capes. They give you a wired cape sometimes, and I remember they started with Batman where they gave you a regular cape and they gave you a wired cape to switch out. Now they're just like, it's good. It's good. It's good both ways. So there's a progression, just like you were saying, CC, with this is their first outing, and I can see him using it more with figures.
Venom, Carnage.
Yeah, but they got to work on obviously some of this stuff. I mean, but it's their first outing, so something with bat nipples. So we'll go through the chat.
All I know is you cost some poor kid his job putting Thread Locker.
Or somebody's job at Taco Bell.
Yeah. I put my application in today.
Yeah. By the way, Taco Bell was not sponsoring this show.
They didn't sponsor this segment?
So no tacos.
We didn't get coupons? I expect coupons to be in my inbox.
Yeah. It's not even Tuesday. Why did they even jump on here?
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's about it. And the chat looks like it's dry. So I'm trying to go through. That's about all I have, man. I know we kind of fast forward through it, but
this was your modded figure discussion?
No, that wasn't it. The mod figure part was the mod figure was just a quick conversation. We can save it for something else for another time. it was going to be more of like, no, we'll just save it. I think that was a good conversation. We'll just save it.
MC's got a cat.
Yeah. Isn't it convenient that we're in the alien set and he has a cat?
Yeah. What was that cat's name? I can't remember the cat's name.
Well, yeah, what was it? It's not Gus. It was something. What was it? I don't remember. I wonder how difficult 89i feature. Yeah, a lot of people talking about the seamless part, but I don't hear a lot of people talking about the eye stuff.
Yeah. So, they swung for the fences with this release. You have to give them credit.
Yeah.
A lot of new features.
So, yeah, I promise from this show forward, we'll go back to our he who shall not be named. We'll still say Batman 89, but we won't beat this into the ground. It's kind of like gotten old, to keep talking about it. I just figured it tied into this alien thing and everything else. So we'll wait until it comes out. Because CCU ordered 6 and MC, even though you said you didn't want it, you ordered 5, right?
I actually ordered 12. I used a burner account.
Did you?
Yeah. So it's probably going to get canceled, but, you use that as an excuse.
MC stroking the cat.
Yeah. All right. Good 2-hour show. Nice. What do you guys got going on this week? Anything?
Like work related is kind of busy. I don't know. We have a large influx in our state of refugees. So there's some kind of, I think there's some, we'll talk off camera about that, but I'm going to be busy at work. There's a lot of kids that I need to take care of. Need some physicals and medical care that are refugees from far Eastern Europe. So,
wow.
Yeah, we're getting, so it's a busy week for me at work this week.
Makes my week sound insignificant.
Oh, you got a big week coming, friend.
Not taking care of any refugees or anything this weekend.
Yeah, I'm not saving the world.
Yeah.
You had a meeting with the Bobs, though. That's good.
Yeah. We'll see.
Hopefully. Good news.
I'm looking forward to some NFL football this weekend, right?
Who's playing? I didn't. Who's playing?
Is anybody left?
Brady's out, right?
The Giants playing the Eagles. You got Kansas City playing Jacksonville. Buffalo playing Cincinnati.
Ooh, that's
good. They'll get to actually finish this game. And was it San Francisco against
Dallas?
Dallas, yes, San Fran, Dallas. Go ahead, Paige. Pick them. Who's your 4 winners?
Yeah, come on.
I don't know any of this stuff.
You normally guarantee your picks, didn't you? You said
I do. Yeah,
take the over in San Fran.
FanDuel. This segment's brought to you by FanDuel.
Who are they playing? San Francisco's playing who?
Dallas. Yeah.
Right.
Didn't Dak throw like 5? I don't even pay attention to football. He threw 5, right? Beat Brady. He beat Brady, right?
He did beat Brady with the shell of a man. Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to retire.
Man, that guy needs to retire, man. He's
going
to be 46 next year.
Yeah, I don't want him to.
Look, I need him to retire just to make me feel better about being 46. Time for him to hang it up.
I'm sure there's a single Brazilian jiu-jitsu trainer that would convince him to retire.
Yeah, I felt bad. I felt bad about that because maybe if he would have won the Super Bowl this year, that would have kind of solidified. Okay, well, I made the right decision, but that you got to think that's got to creep in his mind. He's like, oh man, I don't know all the personal stuff. Yeah, but I don't know all the personal stuff, but you got to think that that's got to come into your thought process too. Like, oh man.
Yeah.
Plus, he's got
did you see the special that Steve Young did?
No.
Steve Young did like a little quick 5-minute video about why it's so hard to walk away when you're kind of like an elite quarterback like that. And he's kind of comparing it to when it was time for him to go away. And he was just saying that, when you're in that limelight and you're kind of like the most important man on the field, it's hard to walk away from, because he said you go from being everything to suddenly you're nothing. And it's a lot to think about.
He has that Fox Sports deal where he's going to make more money in 1 year than he did his whole 20-some years in the NFL.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, as a
Jeez,
commentator, it's ridiculous the amount of money.
You think his wife pays him alimony?
She should have, because she was worth more before.
She made more money, right? Like he should get his half, wouldn't it? Shouldn't he get his 50%?
Brazilian model one.
Yeah. I need half. I need half.
Yeah. I haven't watched football in so long. I watched the highlights and stuff like that, or I hear like some sports stuff and everything, but I don't even know most of the players anymore, man, because I haven't watched it in so long. But I watch the highlights. That's the best part of it.
What are you doing this weekend, Paige?
I don't know.
Pipe.
Yeah, probably lay some pipe. Do that. Send you guys pictures. Check this out. You guys are good sports about it. You're always supportive.
You support your OnlyFans.
Keep going. You got this. I love this inside joke. You can go deeper. Go deeper, Paige.
Yeah. Just gotta get past those nasty roots, and he's in there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta push through it. Yeah. Anyway,
You gotta be getting close to that one section being done, right? Like you're that one block of neighbors.
Yeah. No. I'm taking my time before I get over there. But I tell you what, once I get over there, I'm gonna tear that up.
It's on.
Mm-hmm.
You think
sometimes Ann comes out and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "You know what I'm doing."
You know what I'm doing. Yeah.
Don't worry, you're on the list.
Yeah, I was out one day. No, seriously, I was out one day, and I told her, I was like, "I'm just gonna go out real quick. I'm gonna be back in like 30 minutes. I promise." And she comes out. She's like, "It's 4 hours later, Paige." She goes, "Really? You're gonna be out here all night?" I'm like, "I just got to get it done really quick. Let me finish this, and I'll get it done. It'll be over." And I think I did another 15, then I went back inside. So I've been putting a lot of time in.
You usually only get one warning shot.
Yeah. But anyway, you guys got anything else? Anything good? Anything?
I am coming to you soon. I got stuff there's something for you, so maybe next week.
Joe.
Next weekend.
Joe.
Yeah, what are you guys swapping this time?
Oh, I got one of those tricycles for him.
Yeah. Nice little yellow tricycle. Yeah,
little tiger. Little kitty for him. Kitty bike.
Oh man. The dogs are locked up. She's pissed.
Uh-oh.
Not me.
Oh.
So yeah. Hey, at least we kept it under 2.5 hours. It's good conversation.
You gotta start somewhere, right?
I know, it's good conversation. Yeah. So, yeah. So, trying to think. Oh, really quick. So, what do you guys think about since ToyzFair is coming up? I know, barring the Static 6 pre-order today, you think they'll try to hit us up for anything before then? That would be quite.
I don't think so. I mean, we got 3 days left of 112 days. Submit photos and contest the whatchamacallit?
Yeah.
The quiz. Is it the 22nd it ends?
I think it's the 24th they announce, right? Isn't it the 24th they announce the winner?
That's good, because I got 2 more pictures I gotta do. So
yeah.
I think with them still trying to ship Adder and still trying to get the Eddies out, we're probably safe until after February.
And the Victorian Vigilante set that a lot of people haven't. They got shipping notification, but it's like the wrong shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah. So update your app and everything, and then like we showed earlier, they are backed up. And then if you have orders, replacement orders, I think they said that's 4 weeks.
And we got that second batch of side cutters that'll be going out in 4 to 6 weeks too. So we're probably safe until the ToyzFair stuff.
Bishop, probably. Conan, I'm sure.
Bishop and Conan. Man, how did I forget about those? There's a lot of stuff coming out, man. There is a lot of stuff coming out. Like I don't know anybody's budget, but
you have to start charging money for all that pipe he's laying. At least let inflation catch some of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I that Spider-Man today, when I first saw that, I was like, oh, that'd be cool. And then I was like, nope, I gotta stop. Just can't, because you gotta divert some of that stuff. And then, I have some of those orders, and some of them are multiples, and I'm like, I need to make sure that I'm ready for that stuff. Eggs cost $13.
Yeah. Diversify that collecting portfolio.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And I'll show you when we get off. There's like all of that stuff right there. How many times have I said that in the last 2 weeks? There's just that line of stuff right there.
Yeah.
And it hasn't even been open.
Cory gets you got that BTS crate like on A Christmas Story with the leg. That's what his shipping crates from BBTS look like now.
Man, that last box, I'm telling you, I kid you not, man. I still got the box because the box is so big. you won't believe how big that box is. I've got that box. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I wish I could go into the, I don't know. Maybe we could do that really quick.
What?
You guys chat for a second. So that comment, I saw that too. You know how like a lot of times there is this flag of oh, okay, Joey. You can't see that, can you? Okay, good. Where was it at? But you know how sometimes like people are like talking about the delays and everything, and a lot of times it is for those upgrades. Oh wow, dude, there's a bunch of nice pictures. Wow.
Oh man, sorry, there's another comment.
Bishop.
No, it was good. No, about the little aliens from 5. The little guys that I showed you guys around Christmas time. The one that debuted. They got like little soft kids or little grays, and they have Stephen Morrow just got a couple of his aliens, and that's awesome, dude. I'll look for your pics on Instagram. I know you take good photos, so I'm excited to see what you do with them.
You allowed to call them aliens? Is that politically correct?
International immigrants.
Extraterrestrial
extraterrestrial
interstellar immigrants. There you go.
Interstellar refugees.
I'm trying to find this.
There's been a picture of Bishop out there somewhere, an in-hand pic.
That's what.
Yes, I'm trying to find it right now.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's so.
I'm looking forward to that figure. Hopefully, it's another.
If you can tell me who it was, that way I can do a quick search.
Strangers in the Universe.
That's the brand name for those little aliens.
Oh, is that the brand? Strangers in the Universe?
I can't find it.
I'm putting it in chat in case he stepped away so he can see it.
Somebody's going to have to get to making that UFO dio in order for those aliens. It seems like I remember somebody making that promise.
I think
you had to bring that up.
I need to order a FDM printer too.
Luckily, he's asleep. Yeah. Oh man, FDM, that's the next level. You gotta have both.
Today and couldn't find it. It was just posted the other day too. Was it on Instagram or Facebook? Had to have been on Instagram.
Probably got removed.
Yeah.
No, it's a Mezco. I can't find it, and I hate making people wait. I don't like being unprepared like that, especially like this. You keep people they're like, when's he gonna get to it? I don't see it.
Hashtag Bishop.
No, nobody uses hashtags. There's a couple of times people do it. It makes things easier, but no, I can't find it. But I know what he's talking about. It's like the picture of it's not the one where there's a bunch of boxes of Bishop. It's where they actually show him. And that elbow, I couldn't tell. I tried to zoom in, but it gets all pixelated. But if it has doubles, that would be great, man. It really would.
Factory photos with a Motorola Razr snapped real quick and from China. Like,
man, I never care. Like when people.
No, I'm just saying, like, is it that kind of thing?
Yeah, where you can't like make certain stuff out.
Yeah,
I get it. I tried to find it again today and I couldn't find it. It was posted the other day too. Yeah, I don't know where it's at, man. But it was cool because you got to see the figure, and then you get to see some of the soft goods on it. And I was thinking, I go, is this one going to be one of those sleepers where everybody's like, oh, I need Bishop.
It's up for pre-order on BBTS right now, also for 90 or 95, whatever.
Somebody text me something. Message me something. Was that it? Is that you?
Me? No.
Oh, Joey showed me. Hold on a second.
Oh, Joey's got it?
I think so, yeah. Thank you, Joey. Yeah, he said too. Okay, so hold on. Let me say this real quick. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah. Look at that. This.
We'd like to. We'd like to look at that.
I know. I'm doing this on the fly. So let's do this really quick. Hold on. Do this. I'll add this. Do it. And let's do this. And do this. Are you seeing this? No, good. I want to make sure.
All I saw was your credit card number.
I made sure I blurred all that crap out when I did that video.
So social security number, date of birth.
Yeah. I did put a lot of dummy stuff in there just to see if something would happen. You know me, I like to set little traps.
He actually gave away the next 3 releases on the video.
Yeah. If you watch that video, I put a dummy email in there. I put there's stuff all in that video. It's funny. It's not funny, but it's funny to me. Because I put there's just little stuff in there, numbers, letters, and stuff like that, pictures. That's why it took so long. Because I was having so much fun just putting Easter eggs in there. I was oh yeah, when I showed you, I was like, nobody's gonna see this shit. I was like, but it's fun. Maybe in a year or something, some guy will be trying to dig up dirt and he'll look at it and get a laugh or something like that. Can you see this?
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. So that's both of them. So thank you very much, Joey, for sending me this, man. Joey Robinson, I appreciate you, man. And then I guess Philip the Fool, he's the one that has these in-hand photos. And so yeah, you get to see him. Dang, he's bulky. Look at that. Nah, not like that. Not that. Meaning as far as body wise, they look the same. You know what I mean? As far as size.
That elbow looks. Got your typical Mezco bulge.
Yeah.
That right hand, that's a good 130-degree angle there.
Look at that.
So,
sold add to cart.
That word up there, swear, I don't know how to say it. I just Googled it real quick. That's French. It means to follow, to click. It means it's in French.
Oh, look at that. Real time.
Philippe de Fool.
Oh, yeah, I should have said it like that. Philippe de Fool. Thank you, Philippe.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. He's he's like, these stupid Americans butcher my language.
DM me for price, Cory. I got you.
I want one. I've been working on my Bishop cosplay. I'm almost ready.
I know you had that hair a couple weeks ago. It was looking good.
Yeah, I'm ready, man. Yeah, I got my hair game right.
When's the
face? The next Comic-Con.
You getting the face tat of the M?
Yes. Yes, the Beyond.
Fully committed. That gun looks awesome.
Yeah, he comes with that
that cape thing, cloak.
No, he comes with that alternate head that I keep praying that
the bald one.
Oh dang it! It's not gonna go, is it? It's gonna redirect. It opened it in the window. Hold on a second. Yeah, he comes with the Luke Cage one. I keep saying, oh, it's Luke Cage.
You saw that message I sent you earlier about Power Man, right? From Twitter.
Oh, from it's not Ryan, it's the other guy, right?
Yeah, Dan Yoon.
Yeah.
So maybe your dream, would you pay $40 for that?
For what, a classic Power Man? For a classic Power Man or the
classic Power Marvel Legend?
I don't know about classic. The street version, I really like that character. Even the one in the suit. There was a run that they did with Iron with Is it showing up? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There was a run that they did with Iron Fist where he's in that like suit and he has like yellow. What happened? I swear my mouse every like 2 hours it just stops. Oh, look at that.
Dude, he's got a couple pictures up of Bishop, by the way.
He does?
Philip the Fool, yeah. He's got one where he's breaking through a wall.
TV.
And yeah, he's got four pictures of him. Well, one is Cable. I'm sorry. Three shots of him. There's 2 solo shots of Bishop and then 1 shot with Cable.
TV. I'm excited. I definitely got to have one now.
And if you just go to that Instagram tag or that Instagram name, there you go.
Spell?
PHILIP. The Fool. THE. There he is. That right with the miles. And there you go. Boom.
I got to figure out who I pre-ordered this guy through.
Dang, he even used the hashtag 112 day for that.
He's going to win.
Bastard. He's going to win a free Bishop.
He was the only one able to do that, right?
Oh, no, that's Cable. Where's the...
So there's 2 solo and then 1 with Cable that we've already seen.
Okay. There's this one. Well, this is the one we didn't see, right? Yeah.
Where's the how question mark?
He probably, like, how they were showing it in that store and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he probably...
Nice. Very nice.
Does he come with that red cloak? I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
If it's something he whipped up real quick, because that's really nice if he did that. That was...
No. It comes with it. I think. So. I just gave away 3 likes. It's going to cost me so much money. You ever notice how people do that? They hoard it.
Oh.
I'm not giving that like for that.
It's like Gollum.
Yeah, it's my precious like. You will not get my like. Give that shit away like candy. I don't even care. Put a little message in there. Like, awesome. Thank you for sharing. Because dude, like, people sharing that stuff is cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cape. I know we're dragging the show out. Cece's like, I gotta go to work in the morning. Y'all, come on now. I gotta go to work. You guys are like dragging this shit out so you can hit the 2:30 mark, which we have. Boom.
Ding, 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 ding.
Another consecutive streak. I just want you to know this show is on a streak. It's happened every week. And it's going to happen every week. Every week.
What they don't know is it goes on for another 45 minutes off camera afterwards.
Exactly, right?
It's the extended cut afterwards.
Joey just sent me another one. Oh!
Oh, wow.
No,
that looks like a... That almost looks like a D Amazing shot.
No.
There it is. There's that face.
That one's nice. Joey just sent me another. Yeah, he just sent me another. Like, there's the cape that you were talking about. But he just sent me another picture, and this one looks really good. Hold on a second. Look at that. I can't wait for that.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to the. There it is, right there. This is not a gaming mouse. If I was playing Modern Warfare, I've been dead like 8 times. There you go.
Yep.
Let me save this really quick. He found another one. So, and he's just on fire finding this stuff. Let me make sure I put the name on there. and then do this. Hold on a second. Did you guys pick up Bishop or no?
I'm sure I did. I just got to figure out who I ordered it from.
Yeah, I got to look back. I think I did. If not, I'll probably just order from BBTS right now. And if I get an extra, DM me for offers, people.
Yeah, I didn't need to wrap this up. I don't ever want it to go where like it's like these guys are just chatting about dumb shit.
You
Let's
take it
do
to the green
this.
room if nobody wants to see it.
You know, yeah, I just I'm gonna do it one day, man. I'm telling you, I'm gonna do a 24-hour stream.
Yes.
That'd be the 100th. You do a marathon for the 100th.
Oh man, that would be fun. But I don't know what I would do. I was thinking about that. It's only like 8 episodes away, and I was thinking about like what could you do for 100?
Turn on your PlayStation.
You bring on every guest that you've had over the last 100 episodes.
That'd be hard. Well,
Cory.
because like, well, no, yeah, that's what I mean. Well, man, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? It was like a episode 100, and he came on.
Yeah.
Let's just have him come in and say hi or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
He
that
could
looks
be the
amazing.
100th final guest.
That looks really good. I wish it looks like a double. Is that a double joint elbow?
Yeah,
looks
the
like
other
it to
one.
me.
Yeah, the other one that it had, you could. Yeah, you
Yep.
could see it. Yeah. The only thing that'll probably hinder it a little bit is because of that material, depending on how thick it is, and then the gauntlet.
Yep.
When that gauntlet hits that spot.
Won't be doing this.
Oh, don't worry. You'll see some guys take a Dremel to it.
Yeah. Wow. I'm worried about.
They'll get 160 degrees out of that elbow in no time. Dremel down the bicep.
It looks like that armor. Like it looks like it's got like that stretchy material right there in the corner for the shoulder to the chest, which would be.
Really
cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because then it would flex with the arms, so that would be really cool.
Looks like that abdomen there is 2-piece too. That chest piece looks like it's separate from the stomach piece.
That would be good because that way
you got some
how
twist there and be able to bend, so you're not gonna have a gambit situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
We all know we want ab crunches in our chest armor. We all know that.
Holsters.
Functioning holster. Get out of here. He's got it all.
So this is Joey sent this out, but this is Man Beast 210. I don't know if he has any other ones. Joey was sending that to me, but
Man Beast
let me go look. Yeah,
man, that looks really good, man. Hoping these aren't like customs or something. Hoping these actually the actual release we're gonna get.
Oh, you know what? Let's just do this really quick because he does have it. So bonus content. Is it still on there? It's yeah, let's just do this. We'll go here.
Oh yes.
I know I'm going there right now.
Uh-oh.
Man.
Underscore. You got best.
Beast. Is that it? No.
Yeah.
There he is. I have you now. There you go. Look at that.
Wow.
So standing up to him. So there's some height. Yeah, I'm assuming that they're standing next to each other.
Is that the Legend Gambit? That's not the Mezco, is it?
That's not Mezco.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Because you can see the jacket is molded.
Yeah.
You see the split.
Oh yeah, I was typing. I can't. Yeah. I'm trying to multitask here. You rock.
My world.
This is the first message. You just can't go balls out like that on the first.
It's got multiple pictures for that one.
Oh, look, it's the crow.
That one's got like a couple of photos.
Oh yeah. Look at that. Oh, so look at that. The weapon's on his back.
It's a repainted Craig.
No.
Craig.
I wonder if he put is it the holster on there, right? Is there a holster on the back? Oh, Vanessa Flair, thirsty.
Yeah. Oh man.
Looking for local singles in your area. Click here.
I'm gonna
DM.
type something on here. Say Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco Bell approves this.
So much pressure. Everybody watching. There's a second picture. There it goes. Yeah.
That looks really good.
Yeah, I like how he did the lighting on his face coming from the glow from the hand. That he did a good job.
That looks really good.
Bravo, nice light. And there you go, Paige. Sponsored by Paige Lights.
Whatever. Bravo. Do we like that one? Yeah, we do. All right. So this is kind of like a nice little throwback Judge Dredd. That's nice. Look at that, man. I when I get these things, man, I love just sitting there, just like looking at all the details and stuff like that.
Those knee pads are even loose, aren't they?
They look like they might be...
they're on like little like what is it? Stretchy.
Yeah.
So those are adjustable. You remember how they had Nightmare Batman? He had kind of like overlay ones on there, and then they've also had Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel had knee pads on there that you couldn't move, and so when you bent them, they kind of flared out a little bit.
Yeah.
And so that's a nice little improvement.
Looks like another sleeper.
I think this guy's a wrestling fan.
I think so too. Right. Thank you, Joey, and thank you, Man Beast 210. You are awesome. That's all I got. Yeah, all right. Well, let me beat this one down. This is awesome. Thank you guys for showing up. Yeah. Appreciate you guys always bringing great conversation, man. And then thank you everybody in the chat. I really appreciate you guys. What does it say? Oh, let's go back. Looks good from the angle. New picks. Wrap it up. Think of the kids. Yeah, we got that one. Delays or what's it? Oh, see? Voice of reason. Yeah, I do think that that's cool. Like when I know that a lot of big deals made about the delays and stuff like that. It would be cool if sometimes people put that much energy into, making it known that if they got the figure and it was a good product, that it was worth the wait. Because people are pretty vocal about delays, but then when the figure comes out, we've seen it. Post will be made. Oh, this is my figure of the year. That's not what you were saying a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the door swings both ways. Yeah. And like the comment showing how it's done. Exactly, man. Like you're gonna get on somebody's stuff, and it's cool. They put out some information. Definitely. Minnie said she said she was gonna be gone, but she's here. Thank you, Minnie's. Yeah. Later. Thanks, 78. Appreciate it. Love the game. Thank you, man. Thank you for the positive energy, man. Thank you for all the good comments. And thank everybody that was here. And thank you two guys. Last words, go.
Be ready. Again, we're getting hammered with pre-orders, and it just be ready. Save your money, cash in your stocks, sell some eggs, get some chickens and start selling eggs. Pay for the pre-orders.
There you go, man.
CC, what do you got?
I'm starting to GoFundMe to subsidize my collecting, so be on the lookout for that. Don't be selfish. Remember, it's better to give than to receive. We'll all be good. No, we're joking. I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you having me. Hope everybody has a great night and a safe weekend.
Definitely, man. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Great show, guys. Everybody, see you later. Thank you. You guys take care. Look at that. Sell some eggs.
Now for the real 45 minutes.
I know, right?